As we get back into a game called Lost Judgment, we are on Chapter 8, Phantom of Injincho, where we actually had just witnessed something real scary. Check out the playlist in the description below. Because we're investigating a murder as a man here named Yagami, and there happened to be yet another murder during the investigation of the murder. This is complex. It's real complex. Ain't it, sir? What are we doing right now? Let's see. Let me check my phone. Do case file. Main cases. Chapter 8. Oh! There she is. That's the one I was talking about, actually. Wow. The woman who knew too much. Yoko Sawa, teacher at Seiryo High, age 30, was murdered in her own apartment. Multiple members of RK, a newer gang based in Tokyo, had previously broken into her place. A short while later, Kazuki Soma, the leader of RK, also intruded into her apartment while Yagami was away. The victim was killed with an ice pick via a single stab to the nape of her neck. Dang. Yeah, look at that. Well, what the heck? Gosh darn. Rest in peace, girl. She was real nice. She was a good girl. I'm speechless. So was he. He was actually crying. Like, this is a grown man who just could not understand what was going on. He just couldn't understand it. But my guy, you're like 80 years old. You should understand life by now. I promise.
Your continued support is appreciated, Yagami-san. If there's anything at all I can do, please don't hesitate to ask. We must seek justice for Sawa-sensei.
Wait. Yes. Wait. Yakuza. Man, Lost Judgment, super underrated. I should go check out Class 2 before I leave campus. It is a spin-off of the Yakuza series, Like a Dragon. It's kind of interesting how that series went from being like an action martial arts series, and they turned it into a turn-based thing. Apparently it's good, but that's interesting. Like, how'd you flip the script like that? That's crazy. Second room, 2-2. Second floor. You have arrived. We're the only person allowed to sprint down the hallways. The kids can't do this.
Yagami-san, what do you want?
You know, things have been really weird around here ever since you showed up. First, they find Mikoshiba-sensei's body. Now Sawa-sensei winds up getting murdered. You the angel of death or something? Is that it?
I wouldn't blame you for thinking that.
Everyone's so damn gloomy. It sucks. Sawa-sensei was popular with all the boys. But her classes were super easy, and honestly pretty boring. You won't catch me moping around crying about it like all these losers. Ha ha!
Ha ha. Ha ha.
Hypocrites. You assholes were practically celebrating what happened to Mikoshiba-sensei.
Hey, we've heard enough out of you.
Yeah? Fuck off, you little twerp!
Oh my god.
What do you want, Coda?
Yagami-san, well, we're fine. There's a lot we don't understand, so we just feel a bit vulnerable right now. But, well, if you learn more about Sawa-sensei, could you please keep us in the loop too?
No.
Oh, please, bitch! What's with this goody two-shoes bullshit?
Fucking chill, Akane. What's your problem?
Yeah.
Like I said before, I'm a detective, and I'm looking into Hiro Mikoshiba's murder. That's why I was talking to Sawa-sensei. It's highly likely she got wrapped up in that case. So make no mistake, I'm going to find the truth about what happened to them both.
Kinda pointless. The internet's already branded Mikoshiba-sensei as the villain in all this. Everyone says he had it coming since he used to be a bully himself.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, if you're interested in hearing my report, just drop me a line. Maybe seeing my work might put things into perspective for you.
Detective my ass. Just get out of my face!
Girl, calm down. What's wrong? Hormones? Dang.
So, about Akane. She was really into Mikoshiba-sensei. They got along great, chatted all the time. Then all of a sudden, he just disappeared. She thought they had a connection, but turns out it was only one way. Now, she's always so pissed off. Keeps driving herself over the edge because she can't even reach the brakes. I'm not saying all this because I expect you to forgive us.
The fact that you recognize you did some awful things is a step in the right direction, at least.
Don't cry right now, man.
I'm sorry, Koda. For everything we did to you.
Good man. Slap him. No? Okay. It's okay, you don't have to.
You can't expect her to ever forgive you. If anything, expect that she never will.
I know.
That said, good job apologizing.
Like,
Thanks.
wow. Yeah, their teacher did get murdered, I guess. They should be a little bit sad. I mean, they shouldn't necessarily be, but it's understandable that they are. Yes. Leave school. Wow. We hardly did anything for the MRC, but I guess that is a side case thing, so that's on me. I just thought it would be more of the main story. Plus, there are side cases that are forced in the main story anyway, so it's like, is it a side case if it's forced on you? It's not, dog. I mean, I guess in relation to the game, you could consider that a side case. Yeah, actually. Because Yagami would consider it a side case, but he kind of just has to do it in the moment. Because, like, to kill time or whatever. So I guess, yeah. But, like, just gameplay-wise for the gamer, it's different. I should head back to Yokohama 99 so we can hammer out our strategy. Heading back to Yokohama 99. We'll just take our good old skateboard there. Dang, almost got hit. Share the road. Just like in Bully, I always loved getting on the skateboard in Bully. Better than the bicycles even. Whoa. Oh god. They're chasing me. I guess I might as well fight these guys here. What's up, boys? Notice me. Ooh, KO. I'm to die, bro. Just boxing them up. Boxing them up. Ooh, take that hook, boy. Huh.
Really, guys?
The combat's always hype. Yokohama 99 coming up. What's up, boys?
Hey, welcome back, Tak.
Good to see you, Yagami. How'd things go at school?
The chairman told the entire student body about Sawa-sensei at an assembly. Everyone's pretty shaken up.
Yeah. I can't even imagine.
Can you move, guy? I want to get to that cat, my guy.
I gave the yearbook I took from her room yesterday to Tsukumo. Why don't you check it out later, Yagami-san?
Federal crime, boy. I'm glad you're the one that did that.
I still can't wrap my head around what I saw last night. We have to avenge Sawa-sensei. Right, Tak?
Hey. Yeah. True.
We've been waiting for you, Yagami. Let's plan our next moves. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's time.
While in a meeting yesterday, Sawa-sensei received a call that her apartment was broken into, prompting her to go home. Judging from the events that followed, RK must have called her using the apartment manager's name. And that's how they got to Sawa-sensei.
But RK wasn't after Sawa-sensei. They were actually after Kuwana, weren't they?
Yeah, Akutsu and Soma both said so. I think Sawa-sensei was used to lure Kuwana out.
Yeah.
Why would Sawa-sensei be bait to draw out Kuwana? How the hell are those two connected?
Siblings.
That too, but why is RK even after Kuwana-san? Thugs from Kamurocho want a handyman in Ijincho?
Right. There's still a lot we don't know. We need to find Kuwana before RK does and get some answers out of him. Kuwana isn't even his real name. Apparently it's Kitakata. RK didn't seem to be familiar with the name Kuwana. Truth is, we don't know anything about Kuwana. All we know is that he's a handyman in Ijincho.
I haven't been able to contact Kuwana-san since yesterday, but I left a message asking him to reply.
Where's the office for his handyman business?
He ran his whole operation from a cell phone. Not even his business card lists an address. Oh yeah, Kaito-san. Didn't you call up all the places we went drinking? Did you find out where he lives?
Yep, just found out. Looks like Kuwana lives in some kind of prefab shack off West Central Street. Sounds like pretty shitty conditions for a guy charging up the ass for his time.
Well, if we know that much, we might as well go take a look.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Tsukumo, we'll talk more later.
You never slow down, Yagami.
No time to slow down, boy. There's only ass to beat.
Let's hit it.
Yeah, let's hit it. Let's go, Kaito. Alright, you can't get your skateboard out when Kaito's with you, or when anybody's with you. Kinda sad. What the hell? Did you fall over, guy? Oh, wow.
Is this Kuwana's place?
Yeah, I think so.
Guess it's kind of fitting for an unlicensed handyman.
What do you mean? It looks fine. Looks like that place in GTA 5.
Are you ditching me?
Where eventually there was a bunch of shit all over the walls.
Huh?
What is it?
The door's been forced open. Maybe with a crowbar or something.
If anyone was in here before us, it had to have been RK. Aside from us, they're the only ones after him.
That means they're already a few steps ahead of us.
RK's got the numbers behind him. We can't beat him to the punch every time.
I don't think Kawana's been back since last night. He probably caught on that he's a wanted man. He might not even be in Ijincho anymore.
Then what do we do here?
His real name's supposedly Kitakata. I want to know who he really is and why he used a fake name. That'll make his connection to Sawa-sensei clearer.
Let's
so you
look
wanna
around.
find clues that point to his true identity. Is that what you're saying?
Took the words right out of my mouth, Kaito-san.
Okay, you stay there, Kaito. I need clues to uncover Kuwana's true identity. Hopefully there's something left here.
Hey, is this a computer power cable? There's a mouse here, too.
There was a laptop here. RK must have taken it. There's probably a treasure trove of info on it.
And RK's got anything of value out of this place already.
Come on, don't be emo.
Don't be emo. We like emos around here, sir.
An ashtray. Huh. That's weird.
What?
With all the gross garbage in here, this ashtray is oddly empty.
Think so?
Yeah.
Suspicious.
I mean, yeah, it's clean and all, but so what? Could just be freshly empty.
Except it hasn't been washed or even used in a while. See the layer of dust on it?
Okay, and? You think a dusty ashtray is gonna get us Kuwana's identity?
Maybe. Or maybe it's nothing.
Am I wrong to press on this? No, anything suspicious is worth investigating. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, dog. Can't go around.
Hey, what the?
Could this be where Kuwana sits? Where the hell is he anyway?
Hey,
Everything came off this shelf when it came down, likely from RK ransacking the place.
They made one hell of a mess in here. Bet they had no clue what they were doing. Looks like they just wanted to trash the place.
yep, pretty much screams RK. Nothing
Yeah.
more than a bunch of punks.
I think it stands for Retard Clan. Right? RK all day.
What the? Cigarettes. Are these Kawana's?
I don't think so. Pretty sure he's been vaping.
Right.
Oh, that's right. He smokes e-cigarettes. An ashtray that's hardly been used. Regular cigarettes that aren't being smoked.
That bug you or something? Plenty of folks smoke normal cigarettes and vape too.
True. But a detective can't find answers without going over every last detail first.
Yeah, every last detail. Let's look at this. Their filter cigarette central since 1920.
Suspicious.
Yeah, look at that. Well, well, well.
Look at this lighter.
What now? Whoa.
USB.
A USB memory stick disguised as a lighter.
Damn. Did you just hit the jackpot or what? That has to be important if Kuwana was hiding it like this.
What matters is the data on it. We'd be able to check it now if we had a computer.
Then why don't we head back to Tsukumo's?
Yeah. Thank God we found something. I've had it with this place. We should get out of here. RK didn't even realize the USB was right up in there. They took the laptop, but they didn't find the thing in the cigarettes because they didn't think like a detective. They ain't even amateur sleuths. They just dummies.
Oh, it got dark.
Yeah, it's nighttime, Kaito.
Huh? What's the matter, Talk?
Looks like a meet and greet.
Oh, yeah?
It's still a
Think they're
stick.
okay?
Well, they're the only ones looking for Kawana other than us, right?
Don't see Soma or Akutsu, though. They sent the fucking B team.
B team. Yeah.
Probably for the best. If Soma was here, I don't think I could stay cool.
Yeah, me neither.
Which one of you is gonna talk? Where are Soma and Akutsu?
There's no point talking to a dead man.
Uh-huh. Well, if that's how you're gonna
Look at that
play
big
it,
old mosquito
we're
bite.
not holding back either.
The heck, dog?
Here we go.
Hate mosquitoes, dog. Damn it. Ow. Freaking dead, dog. Miss me. Take these hands. Miss me, freaking bitch. I love taunting them. It's so fun. It's me. Go. What you got? Ah. Oh. My buddy. Whoa. Oh. He's stomping on me, Kaito. Help. Wait. Yeah, I guess like the companions never help you with the bosses. It's kind of whack. They just like, what are you doing, bro?
Where are Soma and Akutsu? I want to talk to them.
We can't contact them. I swear. They're the ones who contact us. It's always been like that.
Figured as much. Most of the arcade crew are just chumps.
Yeah. I bet even Soma is just another piece on the board, taking orders from the real mastermind. Thugs don't work gigs that don't pay. Yet they came to Ijincho, outside their turf, to commit murder.
That's true. Sounds like someone's funding them. Must be some generous perks.
Definitely. Otherwise, Soma and the others wouldn't be causing so much chaos over here.
Then, who's the one pulling RK's strings?
I don't know who it is, but I know what he's trying to do.
Which is?
Catch Kuwana. RK's just following orders, and Sawa-sensei was probably collateral damage.
Yeah, that makes sense. Shit. I swear I'm gonna drag this bastard out on his ass.
If we keep looking for Kuwana, we'll run into the one behind this all eventually. And this could be our first clue.
Let's go.
Then we'd better get back to Tsukumo's.
Oh, what's up, dog? You okay? Don't have a heart attack
What's
now.
going on out here? Are you friends of Kuwana-san's?
Yeah, we are.
And those gentlemen on the ground?
Those guys. Oh, yeah, they're just wasted. Little nap and they'll head right on home.
Alcohol.
Ah, I see. Well, that's just fine.
Excuse me, but you know Kuwana, don't you?
Sure. I mean, he's lived next door for the last 10 years. He's a handyman. Anytime we were short-handed, he'd come by and help us out. We'd pay him with our daily special.
This man and his wife are Kuwana's next door neighbors.
I haven't heard from Kuwana since last night. Do you happen to know any places he visits often?
Let's see. He has an uncle that took him in when he first came to Yokohama. Called him a distant relative or something. He's an ex-Yakuza running a bar since he got out of the game. Apparently, this uncle is how he started getting gigs around town.
What did Kuwana do before he became a handyman?
Beats me. Maybe some kind of corporate job? I don't think I've ever asked.
Where can we find Kuwana's uncle's bar?
Oh, the bar's called Siren. It's over in Chinatown.
We know it,
I've
don't
been
we?
there 2 or 3 times myself.
Huh.
The owner's a real nice guy. Hard to tell he was ever a Yakuza.
Then we better get over there too. Can't afford to fall behind RK again. Let's hurry.
Thanks for everything. And sorry for bothering you.
Oh, don't mention it.
He starts cowering. Interesting.
What is
It's okay, sir. Don't worry. Let's take a cab, maybe, huh? In Chinatown? Going to Chinatown? We're already in Chinatown. Never mind. Okay. We're right here. Let's go. Hurry up.
Hold up, would you?
Bogey's left. Gotcha. Hiya. Eat that nut. The bartender about to be Kiryu or something. Yeah. Siren, I remember. Let's go. Miss me. Ah, what? I guess he did. But he fell too. Oh, wow, dog. My god. My bod. Bums. Yeah, Nanda. Frickin' die. Ah. Ah. Look at that foot.
What a waste.
Let's roll, Talk.
Let's go, boy. I'm gonna stop by this store real quick. This is the easiest way to stay alive. Welcome to Chicken Del Sol. Oh, girl, you got glizzies up in here? Gosh darn. Give me some fluffy croquettes. And, some potato wedges, please. Thank you, girl. Good girl. Yeah, coconut water is real hydrating. It's good for your body. Right, girl? Talk, you're too fast. Move, woman. I need to get through. Move. Move, I said. I said move. God dang. Welcome. Let's see. We need these. Just buying some medicine. Normal. Couple pocket tissues. For Kaito's tears. Homeostasis booster 1. 10 grand each. Alright, this is just, yeah, we have one of those. Anti-stun contacts 1. Contact lenses that prevent fainting with its mysterious ocular technology. Wear it as an accessory. 18 grand. Sake. And cat food. Let's buy some cat food. Cats just love this chicken cooked to perfection and sliced into bite-sized flakes. Wow. And there's homeless people in the world, dog. I don't know why that's funny. Let's buy a bunch of cat food. Dang. No cat can resist beef slightly charred and soaked in delicious miso. Cats practically beg when the scent of this freshly caught tuna wafts through the air. And these butter sautéed salmon flakes mixed with cheese are a feline delight. They love their cats and pets in Japan, that's for sure. Yeah, you're welcome, girl. Let's go, Kaito, I'm ready. Time to die. Let's go. Didn't even need to heal, boy. Haha, nice one, Kaito. Got my
Really,
6.
Let's hit it.
Alrighty, I guess I'll heal before fighting these guys. Let's eat food. Potato wedges, we just got the... And bite-sized. Ooh, Pickendale Soul. Skills. Let's add something into here. What shall we do? Boost grip. Increases... Nah, grip. I don't care about no grip, dog. Increases attack damage. Boom. 20 grand. Skill Dabbler. Obtained 30 skills. Achievement unlocked. Nice. Or Naisu. Wall strike. Let's learn wall strike. Get out of a bad position by counterattacking your way out of an enemy's chokehold. What else? Palms. Let's see what else we have. I do go into boxer a lot, don't I? 25 grand? Champion's jab. Snake I did like and I don't really go into it, so maybe I should go into here. Gain the chance to stun enemies on throw. Evasive blow. A swift attack from a quick step that may stun the enemy. Press A then X. Oh nice. Like that. Reverse chokehold. Move into a grab around the enemy's neck. Use the enemy as a human shield to discourage enemies with guns. Ah, press left bumper while holding an enemy. Yeah, shoot your bro. Don't shoot me, man. Dang. Alright, cool. Let's bang these guys out. I just learned that. Oh yeah. What? What up? Judo. Slap these boys up. Alright.
And stay down.
God dang.
What is it?
There's more of them. Yeah. How
That all you got?
broke his back. Spinal.
Really, guys?
Let's roll, Talk.
Tomato. Ooh. I have some tomatoes I should probably eat before they go bad.
Too fast.
Delicious tomatoes as well. Oh, I thought I didn't have to go that far. Where the heck am I going? Head to Siren? Maybe I should have taken a cab. Where?
Slow down.
Okay, hold on. I'm slowing down, man. God dang. See. Oh no, we're almost there. Wow. Big city. It would be cool if you could ride bicycles instead of the skateboard and upgrade the bike and stuff. That'd be nice. You have arrived.
Siren. This is it, Talk. This is the bar Kuwana's relative runs.
Dark.
Hello? Anybody here?
This place empty too?
It's definitely messy in here, but it wasn't exactly ransacked.
Yeah, more like someone had to skip town in a hurry.
Did the owner already make a break for it then?
Be smart if he did. What with RK about to come hunt down Kuwana and all.
What's going on here? Where's the owner? The phone.
Hey, the name of this place was Siren, wasn't it?
Huh? Yeah.
Dang. Oh no!
Hi. You've reached Siren?
Oh!
Soma, that was well played. How silly of me. This pretty little thing is for women.
Oh, damn.
Have
You
I
got
told
shanked.
you what RK stands for yet? It's red knife. Son of a... Soma! The owner must have smelled trouble
Kaito!
coming. He took off before I could find him.
Tell me, why did you kill Sawa-sensei?
I'm afraid she knew too much. And that's all.
And that's all.
You're in the same boat. We can't afford to ignore you anymore.
And you already made a mistake. You didn't kill me when you could have.
I'll own up to that. Akutsu wasn't equipped to handle the task.
Well then, now you'll pay the price for it.
Got you,
Will
boy.
Kaito's down and you're by yourself. Should be easy.
Yeah. He got. That's so sad. Hiya. He's fast. RK leader Kazuki Soma. Arigatou gozaimasu. Let's go, Soma. Watch this, boy. What's up? Hey. Hey, 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 hey. Come get me, boy. What's up? What's up? Ho, ho, ho. Oh, off-brand Majima. He's way more evil. Yeah, Majima's not evil, man. What'd you say? Ouch! I. Dang, dog. You've learned new unlocked new skills. Let me go into here real quick. We have 4,400. Serpentold. Press B just as the enemy attacks while you're on the ground. Nah. Anything cheap? I'll just save the points, I guess. Fell asleep during that part. We do be streaming late. I like this music. Hype. Yeah, I'm gonna save the points. What am I doing? Okay, let's see. Do we have any kind of drugs we can take? So we can take this man out. Pop a Mountain Dew in our belly. All three of them. Delicious. And a yakisoba pan. Yeah. A few of them. Delicious. Here we go. Boonifier extract. Imbues all your attacks in flame. It's a sample. Let's take that drug sample. Let's go. Hey! Ah! Ah! Son of a bitch. Let's box him up. Too slow. Uppercut, bro. Boost it up. Let's go. Ooh, imagine getting boxed up like that, dog. I like the boxing style because it just looks slick. I mean, all the styles look slick, but it's like a simplistic kind of style. And it looks slick in that way. Because it's just boxing. Just like that. Boom, boxed him up, boy. Ow. Oh, god dang, dog. That was a kick.
Well, you're scrappy, aren't you? Impressive. Maybe I should have prioritized stabbing you over Kaito. You're kind of struggling to stand, aren't you? Give it a second.
Concussed.
That kick went to your temple. I'm sure your head is spinning. Trying to rush it will only make it worse. Incidentally, Sawa-sensei didn't suffer long like you will.
What the hell?
Whoever that is has terrible timing.
What the hell are you doing in my bar?
Hello? Is this the owner?
Yes. Koine-kun warned me you'd show up. I decided I'd get out of there before you did. Don't expect that I'll ever come back either.
Kaito's
All I
okay.
wanted with Guana-san was to have a little chat.
He'll be okay.
No need to go running for your lives now.
Spare me the lies. I already know you broke into a young woman's home and killed her. Come on. You wouldn't even hesitate on an old man in his 70s. Pass the phone to Yagami-san, please. Otherwise, I'm calling the cops over there.
What could you possibly want with him?
Quit stalling and give him the phone. Unless you'd rather I push a button and call the cops. I'm done talking to you.
The owner of the bar would like a word with you.
Sorry, but this'll have to wait. Can you get an ambulance over to your bar right away? My partner took a knife to his abdomen.
What?
And a nice pick to the...
Please, you have to hurry.
Dang. 20,000 SP, not too bad. Pretty decent chunk right there.
Hello?
Your partner is in good hands now. Just as you asked. I'm watching you as we speak. Oh, and don't bother looking for me. I won't be meeting you there. Instead, there's a karaoke bar called Survive. Heard of it? You'll find
Karaoke.
it in the entertainment district along the river. Safest bar in town.
I only showed up at your bar so I could ask you about Koana. Does this mean you want something in return?
We'll get that sorted out. If you promise to meet me alone. No, I won't be at Survive for long. If you don't make it in 10 minutes, you'll never hear from me again.
That's one way to motivate someone.
Clock's ticking, by the way.
So, Survive in the entertainment district?
Correct.
See you soon.
It better be. Apologies for the wait. Let's go.
Okay. Off to Survive. And we also get an achievement called To Survive. Complete Chapter 8. Previously on Lost Judgment.
Koana is pursued by RK, the crime ring running Kamurocho. Determined to prevent any more deaths, Yagami searches high and low for the handyman, but the search leads to a maze of dead ends. As the situation becomes dire, a lifeline appears at the other end of a phone. The caller offers a lead, one that expires too quick for comfort.
Chapter 9: The Weight of Guilt.
I only showed up at your bar so I could ask you about Koana. Does this mean you want something in return?
We'll get that sorted out, if you promise to meet me alone. No, I won't be at Survive for long. If you don't make it in 10 minutes, you'll never hear from me again.
Survive is in the entertainment district by the river. I have to hurry. Let's go then, man. Let me see. Way down there. Why don't I just take a cab? Let's go down to here. Bar district. Got a speed run? Heck yeah, let's go. Speed run for me, taxi man. You do the work, man. I've been doing all the work to constantly. Gosh darn, I'm tired. That's Yagami. Sometimes he gets a little country. Looks like I've found Survive. How could this man not be tired?
Yagami-san, glad you could make it.
You the owner of Siren?
Yeah, let's take this to the bar. Follow me.
Is that Robert Downey Jr.? He's dressed up. Oh, can I eat, girl? Welcome. I can take your order. Yeah, girl. Can I get a red snapper? Like snappy. Oh, your health is full? Alright. But you can still drink, right? You can't. Yeah, there you go. Nice.
Starving.
That's what alcoholics say, I guess.
Now we're talking.
SP gain plus. Feels like I might get a lot of experience if I get in a fight.
Pretty tasty. Thanks.
Nice. Yeah, you're welcome, girl. Alright, I'm ready. I always like them big old balls of ice
So
like that.
I hear you're a Kamurocho detective.
Yeah, and you're a distant relative of Koana's. Can I ask your name?
No need. This'll be the only time we meet. But to Koana-kun, I guess you'd call me his uncle-in-law. Everyone's got a dumbass uncle in the family. And that's me. After all, I'm ex-Yakuza.
Based in Yokohama?
Yeah, the Seiryu clan. After I got out, I looked after the shop for 20 years. Till today.
You mean Siren, right? What'll happen to it once you've skipped town?
None of your concern.
Fair enough.
Guess you detective types can't help but ask questions.
Some corn snacks.
So you two are related. I noticed you didn't mention Koana being an alias.
Oh. Done your homework, I see.
Now that the Koana secret's out in the open, where should I lead the conversation next? Darn it, just as I was getting up to get that. Let's see. We can say, yeah, it's not something I would typically recommend people eat, but you know, if you're willing to shave off some calories in other areas, it's okay every now and then. His real name is Kitakata. Well, my name's fake too. You're both pretty shady people. What was he like when he was young? Let's say what his real name was.
His real name's Kitakata. At least that's what the Kamurocho thugs called him.
You're trying to see if I'll give up his name. That's not why I'm here.
Okay. Why did you call me exactly?
Well, you see, Koine-kun wanted me to stop by his office and grab something for him.
Such as?
A pack of cigarettes with a lighter inside. Thing is, it was gone by the time I got there.
Don't you mean a USB stick made to look like a lighter? Let's not beat around the bush here.
See, I figured you'd grabbed it.
Coconut water in
So
a
of all
can.
things, Koine wanted you to pick this up?
Yes. And he prefers to keep that content private. So, if you could just hand that over.
Now I'm curious. Care to tell me what's on here?
Would you hand it over if I did?
No. I'd still need to confirm you told the truth.
Can't you tell Koine-kun's backed into a corner here? Asking an old man to help was his only choice. Let's be honest. I couldn't take that thing from you if I wanted to. All I can do is appeal to your sense of decency.
Well, I've got to say, that's more persuasive than threats ever would be. But if you really want me to give this up, at least let me see Koine.
I'd consider that, but he's already long gone. He was ready to cut out at the drop of a hat.
So Koine is prepared to disappear at any time. In that case, I definitely can't hand this data over.
If that's the case, unfortunately, I'll need to hold on to this. A high school teacher was killed by the thugs that went after Koine. Her name was Yoko Sawa, a young woman dedicated to her career. I'd met her while investigating the murder of a student teacher. But while trying to get her side of the story, I ended up running into Koine outside her apartment. Do you know anything about this woman?
I don't.
He does.
You're really drawing a blank? You don't know anything about criminals coming all the way from Kamurocho just to get at Koine? Do you at least know how they're connected to Sawa-sensei?
Again, that's a negative.
Lion.
And this flash drive's my only concrete lead.
Sorry, boy.
If it's so important to Koine, he should have come himself, rather than send a middleman.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be so hard on him.
Nah.
I'm the one who taught him all his tricks.
I'm gonna smack him up.
Are you saying Kawana's ex-Yakuza too?
Nah. He was just your average civvy before all this. But circumstances as they were,
Did she?
he had no choice but to go
I
underground.
thought he was like an incel.
That's when he came to a Jincho, and I took him under my wing. I'm the one who suggested the handyman thing. But he took to the underground with real gusto.
What do you mean, gusto?
I'm not just talking him up. He had good reasons for diving headlong into the shadows.
Good reasons. Care to give me one or two?
You'll understand once you see what's on the lighter. Both Koine-kun's past and his purpose.
Interesting.
That takes care of everything I have to say.
No. That was
Not sure it's such a good idea for me to just let you leave.
someone else's girl.
Thinking about stopping me wouldn't be wise.
The guy he
This joint
defended.
doesn't take kindly to that behavior.
That's why this is the safest place in Ijincho, huh?
Yep, and I'm glad your face is the last one I'll see in this city.
What do you mean? That sounds weird. Are you homosexual? That's okay. I can learn more about Koine with the flash drive. Tsukumo should be able to check for encryption. Kashiwagi. Yeah. I wonder if there's like, I guess it doesn't update any kind of like case file. Like there's no character biographies in this game. I don't think. Like in the phone or something. Little Kashiwagi. Hey boys. Wanna get messed up? Come here. Hi. Ow. Smell my nuts. Yo, Lit, welcome in. Good to see you. We just murdered that man for you.
What a waste.
That was just for you, man. I didn't like his face, so I decided to smack him up. We are off to take a USB drive to Tsukumo, our basically like Hardison from Leverage. He's our tech man. He's not as smart as Hardison, because Tsukumo's not a genius, but that's okay. It's getting boxed the heck up, dog! God dang, son. Take the hook. 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 Haha. Oh, get off me, boy. What's wrong with you? Little guy got the jab and he flew across the freaking street. The power of the jab is underestimated many a time. And yes, indeed, if you haven't gone on down there and hit the like button, it would be highly appreciated by the developers of Lost Judgment, as well as myself. But less so about me, you know, it's more about them.
Yagami.
Oh, great. It's Claw Guy. You were with the Yuma, right?
They say you've brought your little posse from Tokyo.
Claw Guy.
You, I couldn't trust an outsider.
Posse? Wait, don't tell me you think I'm RK. They're not even close to me. Hey, Tesso, you got this all wrong.
Yokohama Liomang White Mask. Let's go, boys. Y'all want to get the heck messed up? Yeah. Time to die. Oh, wow. Who was that? What's this woman doing standing right there? What you doing, girl? Miss me with that, huh? What's up? Hey. Alright. You want to use items, dog? I'll use items too, my guy. What's up? What is this? Mysterious extract sample that grants you a sword of light from the heavens with B. B for a combo attack. Hold B for a charge attack. Alright, B, let's B on him. You wanna get B the heck up, dog? Yeah. What the heck? What's happening? Oh, it is hurting him. Good. I don't know what the heck that is, though. It doesn't seem that helpful. There we go. What the heck? Yo, Brianna, it's been a while. Welcome back. How you been? We're getting messed up in here. You see, you're catching me slipping up in here. I don't know what the heck that sword is, but I don't like it. That's for sure. Let's see. Time moves slower. Let's go. Too slow. What's up? Gotcha, bro. Time to box him up. Oh. And we're interrupted. Been good, good. Vega from Street Fighter. Oi! Ha! Miss me with that, boy. Where are you running off to, my guy? Nowheres. Too slow. Huh? What's up, dog? Catch these hands. And meet defeat. Ow. The drugs are kicking in. Miss me, boy. What's up? Uppercut. Nando. Use the hook through his guard, boy. Get around your guard, dog. Let's go. Dang. Whew. Beat Tesso clear.
Damn it.
Come on, man. Who paid you to jump me this time?
These Kamurocho douchebags show up, strutting around like they own our city. Then I hear some teacher chick gets killed after a break-in. Fuckers. Someone let him into Ijincho, right? Right?
Look, I can see why you're pissed. But you figured coming after me was the answer?
Figured I could at least try beating a few out of you. Office visits ain't my style.
You've got to appreciate that not everyone plays by gang rules, man.
What I don't appreciate is Kamurocho trash. Now why are they here, Yagami?
I'd like to find that out myself. But I'll tell you this much, I'm not your enemy. I was first on the scene of that murder. I knew the woman personally.
Yeah.
The culprit is RK's leader, a guy named Soma.
Shit, you serious? And why's the rest of his crew here with him? A lot of muscle just to ice one lady.
They're after a local handyman, Kawana. You know him?
Yeah, matter of fact, I do. Why they want him so bad?
I'm looking into that now. Which is why they're still after me. Not to mention they stabbed my partner. So the more you get in our way, the slower this'll go.
Gotcha.
You understand then?
How's about I make you the deal of a lifetime? So long as RK's messing around in my city. I don't mind calling you a brother.
Really? Just like that?
Sure, but I get to be Aniki, of course.
You really think this is selling it?
What you're missing here is the Liumong never target a brother. So now, if anyone lays a finger on you, the Liumong's taking their head. Same rule for all the ladies here in Ijincho. Anyone gets fresh, they become fresh meat. You with me on that, brother?
Oh, this is gonna take some getting used to.
Besides, making you a brother is the only way we save face for getting our asses handed to us, you know?
Now the truth comes out.
Anyway, let me know if you get any intel on RK. Especially where that chicken shit Soma might be. Just shoot me a location and it's done.
We'll give that teacher her piece by torturing him to death.
Nice. Huh. Guess I've got some pretty heavy hitters on my side now, huh? Brotherhood of Karate. Hey, arigato gozaimasu. What is this? Dropped item. Someone might have dropped this. Who dropped this? You know what? Oh, it's this woman that was standing here the whole time.
Excuse me.
I think you dropped this woman. That's my phone, thank you. Wait, what was I holding in my hand a second ago? You got dementia, girl? What's going on? Excuse me. This Cyberpunk? No, it's Lost Judgment. Although Cyberpunk 2077 I would love to replay again. They're coming up with a big update soon. Coming out with one.
I was just thinking of calling you, Yagami-shi. I heard Kaito-san got stabbed at Siren.
Is that true, Yagami-san? What the hell happened?
Look, I promise I'll fill you in, but right now I really need Tsukumo's help.
With what?
I found a USB drive at Kawana's hideout. It was disguised to look like a lighter. We have to know what's on it.
So, Kaito-san was attacked by that Soma guy too?
Yeah, while we were chasing Kawana, Soma popped up and got him right in the gut.
Yeah, got it.
Almost got me too, to be honest.
You're saying one guy almost single-handedly took down the Yagami Detective Agency?
It's true. And right after, I got a call from Kawana's purported relative who wanted me to hand over the flash drive. Apparently, what's on it will tell us Kawana's true identity and goal.
When I open it, all I see is one data file.
Come on, dog.
What?
It's a video. I'll hit play once you guys are all ready. You good?
We get Rick rolled.
Damn, what's on there? I can't take the suspense.
Kawana went to great lengths to keep this video a secret. What are we about to see?
Let's make it full screen.
Make it full screen.
So did I. Come on, Mitsuru. Quit being a little bitch.
Heck yeah, Brianna.
Take it in the face. Alright, let's do it over again, okay? Suzuki, make sure you're getting this.
Yeah.
We did this in Bully too.
Nail him this time.
Smile. Ready when you are.
Hey, get your ass back here. Mitsuru, what did I just say about being a bitch? You asked for it. I'm gonna have to punish ya. Punishment! Punishment! Let's hear the punishment song, everybody! Punishment! Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Mitsuru-kun Strip Show! Stop! You little shit, did you just kick me? Huh? Too late to get tough now, Mitsuru.
Wow.
Show us what you got.
Don't struggle now. We want to see. We gotta get this all on camera. Aw, isn't this just the most pathetic sight?
Oh, shit, he's pissing
We didn't do
himself.
this in Bully.
Ew, that's so nasty.
Oh, look at this shit. Get out of here.
This was 2008.
These little shits are the worst.
One of them said something about Mitsuru Kusumoto stripping?
Yeah, he was Sawa-sensei's classmate. 13 years ago, he jumped off the roof of Kurakawa Academy.
He's Reiko Kusumoto's son, right? Vice Minister of the Health Ministry? 30 years old and still in a coma. It seems we've stumbled on private video footage of Mitsuru Kusumoto being bullied.
And it was on Kawana-san's secret flash drive? Why would he have this?
I don't know. But his uncle said it's our lead to Kawana's real identity and motivation.
Huh. Just a moment.
Get your ass back!
This frame gives us a good look at the key players' faces. Why don't we try gleaning what we can from it?
Sounds good. Let's dig in.
Yeah, dig in. I just finished my more snacks. Hopefully we can find what we need in this video. Seems likely considering it was hidden and sought after.
Hey, what the?
This bigger guy's acting like the main bully. I've seen this face before.
If I'm not mistaken, Shinya Kawai was the bully whose name got out to the public.
Yeah. RK was hunting for him in Kamurocho pretty recently, too. I have no doubt the guy in the picture they showed me is the same guy in this video. Once
Murdered.
RK came to the conclusion Kawai had been murdered, they came here to Ijincho, hunting down Kawana for whatever reason.
Did Sawa-sensei get mixed up in all this because of Kawai's case? No, I can't see a connection there yet. If we learn more about Kawana or his past, I'm sure I can make some sense out of this.
This girl recording the bullying on her cell phone.
Someone said her name in the video. Suzuki.
There's another familiar face. So it all comes circling back to her, huh?
Right. This Suzuki girl has a different name now.
Yeah. Suzuki is just her maiden name. 13 years ago, her name changed to... Wait, Suzuki... It's Mamiya.
Yui Mamiya, the victim in the Ahara harassment case. Suzuki was her last name before getting married. Sawa-sensei also told me that Mitsuru Kusumoto and Mamiya were classmates 13 years ago.
Yep. So we're looking at Yui Mamiya in high school.
Mamiya-san, huh? What's she like underneath it all?
Mamiya-san.
Originally, word got around that Shinya Kawai was the one bullying Mitsuru Kusumoto. After watching this, though, the truth of the matter doesn't quite line up. There were really about 10 bullies involved at the time, and Yui Mamiya was one of them.
Yeah. If this video got leaked, Mamiya and the other students in it would be in deep shit. They're living out their lives like nothing happened, despite being the ones who drove a kid into a coma.
Yeah.
If word got out, they'd be crucified by the public. Their jobs, their families, their lives would all change for the worse.
Maybe.
Hey, this guy's face is familiar somehow.
Oh, I don't think I've seen him.
I don't know him either. Who is he?
I think I remember him. I saw him at the crime scene where Mikoshiba's body was. He was with more Kurakawa grads. He showed his ID to the Kanagawa detective. I think his name was Akaike.
That gives us an interesting perspective, doesn't it? All the people in this bullying video seem to keep popping up around our case.
Yeah, but the real question is, why was Kawana the one with the video?
Randall Park.
What the?
Despite jumping off his school's roof 13 years ago, Mitsuru Kasumoto's still clinging to life.
I feel bad for Mitsuru-kun. No one helped him, even with everything he was going through.
13 years ago, his mother was still just some nobody working at the Ministry of Health. She seems to have split with her husband and looks after her son on her own now. I don't know all the details, though.
Hey, crazy theory, but what if this husband she left was actually Kawana-san? And maybe he recorded this to secretly check on his son?
No, Kawana doesn't look like he could have a 30-year-old kid. Let's look for other possibilities. Suspicious.
2008 9/17, September 17th. Must be the date. In the school, in school year terms, they probably just finished summer break.
September 17th, 13 years ago. It's past 4 p.m., so this would be after school.
Oh, wait, this is...
Got something?
I just cross-referenced the date Mitsuru Kusumoto jumped. September 17th.
Oh, shit.
That can only mean this video was recorded very shortly before his suicide attempt.
It was a murder. Attempted murder. So this video captures the crucial instance of bullying that drove Mitsuru Kasumoto to attempt suicide. And I guess maybe he did just attempt suicide, but man, imagine they try to off him. So many
The video
murders.
may have provided some interesting connections, but we still don't have that crucial link. The link being the reason Kawana-san came to possess this, of course.
Right. Kawana's either the one who recorded it himself, or is at least a recipient of the video from the original witness.
Kawana-san and Sawa-sensei knew each other somehow, right? Well, then, maybe Sawa-sensei recorded it 13 years ago, and then had Kawana-san look into it, as one of his handyman requests.
It's possible, but
No,
it just feels off.
Yeah.
Why's that?
Because of what Siren's owner said to me.
Okay.
You'll understand once you see what's on the lighter. Both Kuwana-kun's past and his purpose.
He said we'll know Kawana's true identity once we watch the video. But that hasn't been the case so far.
Yeah. What identity could we draw from a secret recording of some bullies?
Assuming Kawana's in his early 40s, he would have been about 30 13 years ago. What if he was a school teacher of the students in the video?
In that case, we should consult the yearbook Segura-shi brought back. The one that was in Sawa-sensei's room? You still have yet to look through it.
Right.
That's right. Let me go get it.
Heck yeah. You go get
The
it,
way you're
criminal.
talking, I assume you've already taken a peek?
We have, but unfortunately we didn't find Kawana-san's face among the teachers.
This is the page for Mitsuru Kusumoto's class. Both Sawa-sensei and Mamiya are there too.
Classmates E.
So the homeroom teacher was this guy.
Apparently he witnessed bullies harassing Mitsuru multiple times, yet he would overlook it. All he did was smile and tell them not to overdo it.
It's not Kawana. This is someone else.
We checked the rest of the teachers too, but never spotted Kawana-san.
Mitsuru Kusumoto. This picture doesn't look like it was shot for a yearbook.
Correct. He was most likely already in a coma when photo time rolled around.
Mitsuru Kusumoto attempted suicide in September, so the other photos in here must have been taken after that. Actually, with that in mind, I can tell just how forced their smiles are in these pictures.
Sawa-sensei isn't smiling at all in this.
Huh. She did mention she blew off her class reunion. In fact, she hadn't kept in touch with her classmates at all.
No surprise there. Mitsuru-kun would be bound to come up at some point.
This is Yui Suzuki. She's definitely one of the girls in the video.
Yet another classmate involved with Mitsuru Kusumoto.
Look at her smug face.
Seems like a bunch of the students on this page were in the video, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, but I can't find Shinya Kawai in here.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. He's not in there.
If I'm not mistaken, Kawai left the school once he started catching flack for being Mitsuru-kun's bully. At least, that's what I read online. No real evidence yet, but it definitely sounds like how it would have played out.
But the truth is, there were more bullies who should have seen consequences besides Kawai.
Let's look at this yearbook a bit more. Does anything stick out as strange?
What the?
The homeroom teacher at the time just looked the other way, telling them not to overdo it. I know that thanks to Sawa-sensei.
The worst part is that his teacher knew. He even talked to the bullies about it. But all he said was, don't overdo it. But afterward, the public eviscerated him. He had to quit his teaching job.
Hold on. If he was dismissed...
You figure something out?
Yes.
The homeroom teacher at the time of the incident did take some flack. He got forced out of teaching.
Yeah? What of it?
If that's the case, couldn't this teacher in the yearbook just be filling in for the other one?
I see. That definitely sounds likely. Let me search for the original teacher's name. There's a chance he won't be the same guy in the yearbook. Just give me a sec.
Hey. Find it? He ain't no
Yagami,
Hardison, man.
I found it. The name
you
of
go.
Mitsuru Kusamoto's former homeroom teacher.
What is it?
You were right. It wasn't the same teacher in the yearbook. This one's
Kitakata.
name is Yu Kitakata.
Kitakata?
Huh?
Yeah.
Don't tell me that's...
His real name's Kitakata. Ring any bells?
That's Kawana's real name. Soma said it to me once.
So, Kuwana-san was the original homeroom teacher?
I just found a picture. This is Kitakata-sensei from 13 years ago.
It's Kawana.
That's him, all right.
Yeah. Not only that, Sawa-sensei was part of this class, which makes Kawana her homeroom teacher too. This is the link we've been looking for.
Not siblings.
Everything is clicked into place. Kawana-san was the linchpin of this case.
So, 13 years ago, Yu Kitakata left teaching behind after Mitsuru-kun's incident, and became Kawana the handyman. That's what made him turn to his uncle at Siren for help. He told me Kawana tried really hard to make it in the underground. Had some good reason for it.
For living a life in the shadows? What could that have been?
Kuwana stopped teaching because a student of his attempted suicide. What was he after when he went underground? Let's see, we got 3 options: to become an underground big shot, to be the world's greatest handyman, or to get revenge on the bullies.
To get revenge on the bullies. Maybe Kawana blames the fact that he had to quit teaching on the bullies who caused it to happen. Then, maybe all his hatred got aimed at Shinya Kawai?
Possible. He was abducted 5 years ago by individuals thought to be his acquaintances.
Huh. You think one of them was Kuwana-san?
I wouldn't rule it out. RK might have learned of Kawana's involvement while searching for Kawai. Maybe they came to Ijincho so they could get details on the incident from him?
Yes, that would explain RK's arrival in town as well.
Hold up. Individuals who were his acquaintances? Meaning more people besides Kuwana-san, right? Could that mean...
You got it.
If they knew Kawai somehow, the evidence we've gathered so far should give us a clue. Let's see what we got up in here. The evidence we've gathered so far should have clues on who knew Kawai. Photo of Sawa's body. Who knew Kawai? Footage of Mitsuru Kasumoto.
We already know this.
Oh. The students in the video?
Individuals acquainted with Kawai. They certainly fit the bill.
But why would they wind up abducting him?
Huh. Maybe Kawana asked for their help? No. He forced them to.
What makes you say that?
Well, Kawana had this on a secret flash drive, right? But to anyone in this video, it would be their worst nightmare for it to show up now. If it did, they'd be busted as bullies who drove a high school kid to suicide.
Yeah, it'd be a real disaster for them if that got out. They'd probably be done for in the public eye.
Which means this video is Kawana's leverage. It's how he got them to go after Kawai.
You think this is enough leverage to drive people to murder, though? Kawai was killed, right?
RK is the only one saying Kawhi was murdered. No body's been recovered yet either.
Okay, hang on. I'm barely keeping up with this.
Yeah, it's a bunch of what-ifs stacked on top of each other. But there is somebody who could potentially confirm this.
Who'd that be?
Someone in the video. Mamiya, for example. I've met with her at her home. If she was involved with Kawhi's abduction, she could probably tell us what we want to know.
I agree. Yagamishi's provided a working theory that ties together the Kamurocho and Ijincho incidents. So if we can get Yui Mamiya to corroborate this, we should be able to extract even more information from her. Perhaps even including Kawana-san's whereabouts.
Yep.
Yeah. Looks like he hasn't given us the slip just yet.
Man, what the hell is that guy's deal?
Mikoshiba and Sawa-sensei's murders, Ihara's alibi, Kawhi's disappearance. Kawana's most likely tied to everything. We'll get all the answers we need if we can find him.
And I guess this is bringing us that much closer?
Hopefully. I should go see Yui Mamiya tomorrow.
You should accompany him, Sugiurashi. Considering we seem to be kicking the investigation into high gear. With Kaito-san out of commission, I'm sure Yagami-shi could use a helping hand. I'll be fine right here.
Your call, Tsukumo-kun. I'm cool with whatever.
Thanks for lending him out, Tsukumo. I'll make sure he comes back in one piece.
Hey, don't underestimate him as a party member. He can hold his own if you let him.
I guess. New info has been added to your case file. Get some rest.
You know how they say your life flashes before your eyes when you're dying? That shit's real talk.
You saw it all, huh?
Yeah. There I am, bleeding out. And suddenly I'm getting the 3rd degree from Matsugane-san. Back when I was still just a rookie. Captain Hamura stares me down like, time to lose that pinky. And then, Higashi starts crying for me. Oh, if I'm gonna go, I ought to get a better final scene than that shit, right? Right?
I'm sure it'll be rosier when the time comes for real. Glad you pulled through, man.
That bastard Soma, though. Next time, he's fucked. We could have avenged Sawa-sensei if it weren't for that stupid ambush.
Well, you didn't tell the cops about him, did you?
Had to give the cops a statement, so I did. With a generous side of bullshit.
That'll get you busted, you know.
I'm joking. All I said was the truth. That I got knifed by the same twisted fuck who got Sawa-sensei.
In that case, it's only a matter of time until Soma's arrested. So for now, we'll go after Kawana, the piece that ties it all together. We just have to find him before RK does.
Kawana, huh? He's on my shit list too, just so you know.
Huh?
Kawana must have had some sort of agenda back when he first met us. In fact, it's probably because you were looking into Mikoshiba. He palled around with me all because of that. I'm just a sucker of the agency, huh?
I wouldn't say that.
Still. The moment an ass for me to kick turns up, this is the shape I'm in.
Just focus on getting better. Tsukumo will stop by later, too.
What? Sugiura gonna give me the cold shoulder?
He and I are off to question Mamiya. He said he'd drive us from Ijincho and everything.
Feathering. Probably spends like $100 every 2 weeks doing it at a barber. I should head back to Yokohama 99. I'm sure Sugiura has a car ready by now. Off to... How far is it? Where are we going? Down here? Taxi! Bring me to There you go. Dang, dog. Sounds like old school RPG dings. The menu, the map stuff. On this side. Going up. Oh, hey doggy dog. What you doing? Should I take the dog for a walk? Nah. Change its color? Wow. Which dog will you take out on the town? Nah, never mind. Yeah, you're okay, boy.
So, we off to see Mamiya? I'm ready whenever you are.
Yep, I'm ready.
Yep, let's go.
Alright, let's do this. If your theory is accurate, then Mamiya was involved in both Kawai and Mikoshiba's murders. And even if that's off, we can at least learn more about Kawana-san as a teacher.
Oh, dang. Don't forget to hydrate. East Ike Bukuro, Yui Mamiya's apartment.
Yes?
Hi, it's Yagami. I dropped by with Genda Law the other day.
Not again.
I have just a few more questions I'd like to ask you.
You told me the last visit would be your only one.
Yeah, that was true at the
Seriously, why
time.
do you keep showing up here uninvited? Please, just leave me alone.
I suppose I should mention, I'm here today as a detective, not a lawyer.
So what?
And my partner here is Sugiura. He's with an agency called Yokohama 99.
Never heard of him.
He's based in Ijincho. He's working a case. Maybe you saw it on the news? The murder of Seiryo High teacher Yokosawa, killed in her own apartment. You and Sawa-san were classmates in high school, is that correct? After leaving Kurokawa 13 years ago, Sawa-san moved to Ijincho to teach. Are you still there?
What is it you want? I haven't seen Yoko-chan since graduation. Now go. You're barking up the wrong tree.
We
Maybe
can't
you'll
arrest
remember
her.
Kitakata-sensei then. I ran into him at Sawa-sensei's home right before the murder. He was your homeroom teacher at Kurokawa, but resigned after the Mitsuru Kusamoto incident. Just like you, he appears to be connected to Sawa-san.
So why am I being singled out? Can't you just ask someone else?
Believe me, it's a long list. But right now, we're here to find out how Sawa-san got mixed up in all this. You two weren't necessarily on bad terms, were you?
If I had to say, we weren't on the best terms either.
Ah, how convenient. Because that's a perspective I'd like to hear more about as well.
My husband will be home soon. Can you keep it quick?
Yeah.
I'll give it my best shot.
Just real quick to hit
Exactly.
the like button.
Thanks for hearing us out.
Yeah, thanks for hearing me out.
Hold
Hitting
on
that
just a
like
moment.
button. And subscribing.
Huh. Wonder what's going on. You don't think she bolted, do you?
She lives here, man.
Wouldn't count on it.
Should we ring again?
She's taking her sweet time in there. Is she trying to figure out an escape plan or something? Maybe she's just taking a dookie. Let's just give her the benefit of the doubt. See?
Sorry to keep you waiting. I just wanted to clean up a little.
See? Yeah. She probably doesn't have a bidet, so she had to take a shower real quick.
Is your son home today?
He's at English school right now. I have to pick him up soon.
Doesn't your husband help with any of that? You said he'd be home soon, right?
Excuse me, but you are in no place to make those kinds of comments.
Sorry. Didn't mean to pry.
Well, what is it you want to ask?
Where do I start? I have tons of questions for her. But if I piss her off, we might get booted out of here with nothing to show for it. So let's see, we can say the groping was orchestrated, right? Let's not dip right up into that real quick. Do you remember Mitsuru Kasumoto? Or have you seen Kitakata-sensei lately? does she know that I know his name? Yeah. Have you seen? Yeah.
Have you been in contact with Kitakata-sensei lately?
I haven't. He's someone I'd rather not have in my life.
Are you surprised that he stayed in Ijincho after resigning from the school?
No, not really.
How about the fact that now he's using an alias?
I had no clue. But again, he has nothing to do with me.
None of this seems to faze her. Maybe I should take it a step further. The groping was orchestrated, right? You got skank.
The groping was orchestrated, right?
Excuse you?
When Akihiro Ihara grabbed you on the train, you were in on that, weren't you? The whole thing was a conspiracy, staged to play out as it did.
You need to leave. Right now.
Dude, what gives?
No one would even think to consider a predator and his victim could be accomplices. It's unheard of. But if it was to establish a murder alibi, that's another story, considering how much lighter the sentence is. That way, Ihara got away with killing Mikoshiba, paying only a fraction of the price. But as luck would have it, proving it is going to require you to cooperate with us now.
Way to go.
If you don't get up this second, I am calling the police. I mean it.
It took me quite a long time to figure out how you and Ihara were connected. But once I learned Yokosawa attended Kurakawa, it all started falling into place. She was in your homeroom class. She looked after Toshiro Ihara. She was the link to everyone.
And it was easy.
But
Easy
just
to connect.
before I could ask her about any of this, she was murdered by Kamurocho gang. That same gang has been hunting your old teacher, Kitakata-sensei.
What is it you want from me?
Amiya-san, do you have any idea where Kitakata-sensei could be? He may be Kawana the handyman, but he hasn't answered his work line since Sawa-san's murder.
I don't know. He was my teacher a decade ago. I barely remember his face.
Well, I'm willing to wager Kitakata-sensei still remembers yours. I'll prove it right now.
Oh, God.
Unzips pants. There's no way you, Kitakata, alias Kuwana, had forgotten Yui Mamiya's face. The proof of that is... Well, I mean, it's this. It's the freaking the video, yeah.
See for yourself.
No.
Yes.
This was recorded at Kurakawa Academy 13 years ago. Feeling nostalgic yet? It was well hidden. Your Kitakata-sensei had it on a USB drive. He really didn't want this thing being seen. The most interesting part is the date. It's the very same day Mitsuru Kusumoto jumped off the school roof. And hanging out in the back, we see you, laughing and cheering right along with the other bullies.
Mm-hmm.
Guess it's safe to say it's a good thing your family wasn't home.
Yeah.
Wouldn't exactly want them seeing this, would we?
Has this video come up? Has Kitakata-sensei ever mentioned to you that he had it?
What you doing, girl?
Please. Please delete it.
There's copies.
Considering the angle, I get the feeling that this was recorded in secret. And based on your reaction, did you even know it existed?
You know what happened to Mitsuru-kun. He's been in a coma ever since what you did to him that day. But still, only one of you took the fall. Shinya Kawai took all the blame.
World Star!
Well, sorta, being that he got fired, Kitakata-sensei took heat too. Still, you all just moved right along with your lives. You've even got happy little families.
Mm-hmm.
What? Are you expecting someone?
Amiya-san?
You look super defeated. Look at her.
I knew it would happen someday.
What do you mean?
What? Oh.
Looks like she wanted some company.
It's time to die, boys. Masked men. Fight.
Let's play it by ear.
Let's play it by ear. Yeah. Let's go, how do you, see. Move around the enemy and unleash a jab when the enemy attacks. High stun chance. Boom. What else do we have? A champion's hidden arts. With every successful counterattack, the X gauge briefly charges up more. I love countering, boys, that's for sure. You should throw at me, I throw back, boy. Comeback blow. A rugged street fighting move that can be executed immediately after being knocked down. I'm gonna come back on you, bro. Yeah, I like that. What else do we have? Any of these, maybe? Oh, this is the tailing thing. The bug there, man? How are there bugs in here right now? Yeah, alright, we're good for now. Let's just pop one of these things. Powerful key laser. Ah. Ow. He tased me, bro. There we go. Dang, you gotta really get away from them. Come on, let's go. Box you up, boy. They were way too easy. I shouldn't have used that item. Is that why I'm feeling things? Are there bugs on me? I got a mosquito bite and everything.
Well, this turned into a shit show.
And would you look at that? Our old friend Akaike-san showed up to play a part. So you are all working together.
Bugs life.
What should we do with them? They're the jerks who hurt Tsukumo-kun, right?
Break every finger on their hand, it still won't make you even. Come on, they may have more on the way. I have an old haunt in mind we move this to, and Mamiya-san's coming with.
Let's go, girl. You're getting kidnapped now.
Let's not cause a scene, okay? I'd hate for a finger to slip and post this video.
Or this trigger. Huh? Get in the car, bitch. Yeah, game Charles.
Hey, you think this is your personal jail, Yagami? What makes you think you can keep bringing captives here?
Well, it's the safest spot we know. Doesn't it feel good to be such a reliable friend?
Yeah, Higashi, be cool. We won't be around long.
Be cool? You think time's the issue? This is about respect, man.
What's your call? We kicking him out?
Oh, quick bit of news, Higashi-san. Kaito-san got shanked in Yokohama.
What? What the fuck? Kaito Aniki? By who?
You'll know once we're done explaining. Let me introduce you to Mamiya-san first. She called up her friends to come after us just a little bit ago.
Yeah, and I'd do it again.
I don't give a shit about that. What happened to Aniki? You better have paid him back already, Yagami. Fuck those RK assholes. And how could Aniki have let him get to him like that?
Now that Higashi-san's up to speed, should we get to it? I imagine Mamiya-san doesn't want to drag this out.
What do you intend to do with me?
First, you'll tell us everything you know. We'll decide how to deal with you afterward.
Okay, and we shall talk to her in a moment. I'm gonna go brew a little bit of coffee, so I shall be right back in about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We have more Lost Judgment coming up. A whole lot more, in fact. So, stay there. Okay? Stay there. So, don't leave now. And we are back with Lost Judgment.
Then let's get this over with. What do you want to know?
Let's start with the video. Any thoughts you'd care to share? I found it on a flash drive in Kitakata-sensei's room. Or should I say, Kawana's. I take it that means he's the one who recorded it.
Yes.
That means Kawana already knew back then the rest of you were bullies too?
Yes.
If that's the case, then why was Shinya Kawai the only student thrown under the bus for it? Kawana-san didn't show that tape to anyone else?
We had no idea we were even being taped. We didn't find out about the video, or the reason he sat on it so long until way after graduating.
Why exactly did he sit on it for so long?
Kitakata-sensei said he kept it so he could teach us for the rest of our lives.
What?
If that video came out at the time of the incident,
Yeah.
I'm sure life would have been hard for us then. After all, Kawhi was
Pistachios.
exposed online, and that would mean millions of yen in compensation for damages.
Yeah, but you guys could have wound up in the same boat.
No. I mostly would have come across as dumb kids he roped into helping him. We might have caught some flack, but people would chalk it up to kids and their cliques and move on. But that's only how I would have gone if it had come out while we were still teenagers.
You're saying circumstances are different now?
I have a child now,
Yeah.
a husband, an upscale apartment.
Upscale.
If the world sees that tape now, I'll lose it all.
Yeah,
And
I
what do you
mean,
think would happen to my son?
nothing.
The son of a woman who drove a kid to attempt suicide. His life would be ruined.
No, it wouldn't.
Recording is more than
Jesus.
just being cruel.
Freaking drop
Mitsuru
kick
jumped
him.
from the school roof that very night.
These
And is
shells?
still in a
No.
coma today.
There's shells on there, man. Oh,
I get
god
it.
dang.
You have that much
No,
more
I
to
spilled
lose
them all
now
over
than
the
when you were a
place.
kid.
So with this video as leverage, Kitakata-sensei is continuing to teach his former pupils.
Same for all my classmates. Kurokawa Academy is a prestigious school, after all. Most graduates go off to great universities and land high-paying jobs. One started his own company. Others have families.
And they're all in your position too, huh? If that video gets out, they lose everything.
Exactly. Do you get it now? He waited for all of us to get what we wanted in life, just so he could threaten to take it all away. And when that time came, he started contacting us. Every student you see in that video.
When was the first time Kawana approached you?
5 years ago. I was out on a walk with my son, when he came strolling up out of the blue. At first, I barely recognized him. His eyes were so hollow. Then, without so much as a word, he took out his phone and played that video. He's a psychopath.
Well, all you kids tormenting Mitsuru looked pretty psychopathic to me.
Yeah.
And you're so perfect.
Look at her. Yeah.
Angel who never once
Narcissist.
acted out of line. Never lashed out at someone weaker than you, or sided with the group to shut someone out. Everyone does it.
See, look at
We were
that.
just
Making
lucky enough to have
excuses.
some creep tape us, picking on some kid who couldn't take it. Why did this have to happen to me?
We picked on one that
I'd say
couldn't
it's
take
because
it.
bad things happen to bad people.
Indeed.
You'll sling your barbs from a safe distance, but once you're on the other side of it, you curl up and play victim.
Oh.
You said it was 5 years ago that Kuwana showed you the video? Reminds me of something Shirosaki-sensei was looking into.
What?
There was this guy. I think his name was Shinya Kawai. Something about him getting snatched off the streets about 5 years back.
Yeah. Kuwana stepped back into Mamiya and others' lives 5 years ago when Kawai was abducted, which means...
Then it was you guys. You're the ones who abducted him in Kamurocho and murdered him.
No! It wasn't us! We could never do something like that!
Wasn't us, huh? So you're not denying he was murdered after all? Who was it then?
All Sensei told us was to find Kawai somewhere in Kamurocho, then bring him back with us, no matter what it took.
Did Kuwana tell you what he wanted with him?
He needs to be there when you all beg for forgiveness, is all he said. And if we refused, he'd leak the video. So we all went to see Kawai, but he wanted nothing to do with Sensei. Considering he'd cost him everything, that came as no surprise.
But doing nothing would cost the rest of you everything too.
Yes. So we had to force him into our van. After he'd put up a fight.
Yeah, that lines up with what the local eyewitnesses said. So then what happened? Nobody's heard from the guy since.
We were directed to bring him to a wharf in Yokohama. And that's where we begged for forgiveness. After that, he said we were free to go. All except Kawai.
So you left him there alone with Kuwana?
We had to. The day after, I got a message on my phone from Sensei.
What did it say?
Nothing. There was only a video. It was of all of us, pushing Kawai into the van.
Yeah.
Turns out he recorded what we did in the city.
Makes sense.
You can see all our faces so clearly. How we covered Kawai's mouth as he screamed for help. Even if you know all the backstory, the video is a clear-cut abduction. As I was watching it the first time, another message came in. This time, a picture. When I saw
They
it,
snitches, man.
went cold. That's when I knew I would never be able to escape him. It was a picture of Kawai. Dead. Anyone who saw those messages would think we killed him after shoving him into the van.
And that's how he got his real leverage on his former students.
Leverage.
Since then, we've been at his beck and call. No matter what he tells us to do, we wouldn't dare refuse him.
He's giving you orders?
That man! He forces us to help him. He makes us accomplices to murder.
Murder?
They're being forced to help Kuwana kill people? This case is finally cracking wide open.
What the hell? Murder who, exactly?
Any bullies involved in suicides. That's who Sensei's got it in for. Anyone he can find across the country. He doesn't even care how old the case is. If a student commits suicide, and bullying is suspected as the cause, he'll turn up. As far as I know, counting Kawai, I think he's killed at least 7 people.
7? How's he doing this?
So his idea of justice is killing bullies? Across the entire country?
He said that's the only way we can atone. Anyone who drives someone to suicide must always face justice. Until society comes to terms with this, he says we'll keep getting our hands dirty. That way, we might be able to save the next few Mitsurus before it's too late for them.
Not sure I should say this out loud, but I'm kind of rooting for this guy now.
Nah.
Yeah, let's not.
You're crazy,
So
dog.
was the murder of Hiro Mikoshiba part of that agenda? We know Mikoshiba drove Ihara-san to suicide 4 years prior. That has to be why Kuwana let Ihara murder him, and how you found your role in establishing his alibi.
Not just me. Grabbing Mikoshiba required a good number of people. All the people who pinned Ihara down. And even the ones who filmed it, they were working for Sensei.
So that's how it went down.
We had an unspoken agreement that we wouldn't directly take part in any killing. He just makes us his accomplices somehow. Like luring a target or digging a hole for a body.
That's just as bad.
But the one thing we can't ever do is turn him down. If we do, he'll send his video of us abducting Kawaii to the police. And then Kawaii's body will turn up with our fingerprints all over his corpse. And we know that because he's hidden Kawaii's corpse in a freezer somewhere.
He's preserving one of his murder victims?
So as long as he has that, you're wrapped around his finger.
Mitsuru Kusumoto's case 13 years ago was the catalyst that drove Kuwana to executing bullies. Hiro Mikashiba, who Ehara murdered, was just one of many, and behind him, Kuwana was pulling the strings all along.
Sounds to me like Kawana's had one thing on his mind for 13 years. Sitting on that video and becoming an Ijincho handyman was all in service of his real motive, killing off bullies. He's dragged all his former students into this hell, until the day it destroys every single one of you.
Is today that day?
We'll see. I'm still curious about a few things, though, if you don't mind. There were these scumbags chasing down Kawana called RK.
One of the pistachios went in here.
Strangely enough, they never came up once during your confession. So tell me, why'd they come for Yokosawa?
That I don't know for certain. But Sensei did reach out to Yoko-chan about 6 months ago over the phone. He was asking her about the suicide at Seiryo High.
The suicide at Seiryo High? You must be talking about Toshiro Ehara.
The lawsuit played out like no bullying took place, right? That the school wasn't responsible. But Yoko-chan was a teacher there.
Bullying monster.
And Sensei was able to get the truth out of her.
How'd he do that? What did he say?
From Yoko-chan's perspective, she and Sensei were both just teachers dealing with students attempting suicide. I think that's why she let her guard down and told them everything. After learning the truth, Sensei believed Mikoshiba needed to be held accountable.
So if Sawa-sensei hadn't talked to him, Ehara wouldn't have gotten involved? And none of this would be happening in Ijincho?
Possibly.
No, this isn't right. Sawa-sensei didn't know Kawana's identity or his objectives. She thought she was just talking through her problems with a sympathetic ex-teacher. At the very least, she sure as hell didn't deserve to die for that.
It's not like we're the ones who did it.
He's so weak.
Who is it?
Block number. Hello?
Yo, know who this is, Yagami?
Kawana?
Yeah. I heard you're looking for me.
Where are you?
I'm willing to meet you now if you come alone. But you have to let Mamiya go in exchange.
What?
Alright. She's free as soon as I see you.
Works for me. Then come on down to your office. I thought I'd let myself in.
What?
Gotta say, this chair's pretty comfy.
Pretty sure I locked up behind me when I left.
Listen, I'll only meet you alone. No one else. And don't make me wait long, or I could change my mind.
He told me to meet him alone. You can let Mamiya-san go once I confirm he's there.
You gonna be alright by yourself?
Well, he already knows Mamiya-san's with us. I'm guessing he was watching us from somewhere. And I can't afford to do anything that would piss him off enough to make him disappear.
Got it.
Oh, we'll take care of this end of it. Shouldn't you move your ass?
You telling me to move my ass, boy? I'm a man. Don't say that to me. Straight man, okay? But yeah, I feel like that's already a movie or something nicer. Like a horror movie where bullies get murdered. I feel like that's definitely a thing. Because there are a lot of people that get bullied and want to have a little bit of vengeance, so they make movies about it. Like, yeah, I was bullied hardcore. Now at least we can make movies about bullies and murder them. Dang, like that's really escalated. Wow! Whoa! I ain't even warmed up, boys. Let's go. You're dead. 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 Take that left hook, boy.
And stay down.
I love the combat in games like this. Amazing. What the heck is that freaking motorcycle doing there? Move, what are you doing? He backed up into me. Dang. Here we go. The streets are way more crowded than in the first game, that's for sure. Jason movies. I mean, weren't all the kids the same in those movies? Look at him. Smug.
Hope you don't mind I let myself in.
I don't. It's
now,
fine.
are you gonna hold up your end and release Yui Mamiya? Come on. You and I can either try to make this work, or neither of us is gonna get what we want. So, you gonna make the call or what?
I never remember the stories in those movies.
I'm with Kawana. You can let Mamiya-san go.
Got it. Will do.
Sorry about all this, Yagami. Why don't you sit down? Maybe it's time you and I had a heart-to-heart.
There's a bomb under the seat.
Kaito holding up.
Kaito-san's recovering in the hospital. For now. Sawa-sensei is another story, though.
I can hardly believe it. She was the last person I wanted to get mixed up in all this shit.
If that's the case, why were you already waiting in her apartment?
Mm-hmm. You got her
RK's
killed.
top men were lying in wait over there to get their hands on you. So why was she the one lying on the ground? Answer me, Kawana. Was it because of you?
Would you feel better if it was?
How dare you?
You're thinking that if you hadn't stuck your nose in her affairs, she might be at home grading her papers right now. You tell me, is that what's eating away at you right now? Because if it is, you're mistaken. That guilt is mine alone to bear. It's my burden to carry. When I saw on the news that she had been murdered in cold blood, it felt like the whole world had stopped spinning to me. I would take it all back right now if I could.
Really?
But unfortunately, to fix this, I'd need to turn the clock back further than you'd think.
So your crusade is
Back to when
meaningless.
you were a school teacher.
Yeah, basically. Back to when I still had a little faith in humanity. Seeing someone's life get cut short, you never really bounce back from it, do you? But I don't have to tell you that.
No, you do.
I did my homework on you, Yagami. It seems you were a fairly accomplished lawyer. You even scored a murder acquittal. But we both know how that ended. The death of an innocent young woman.
Yeah. First game. Shout out.
You and I are the same. We both have scars. And they're the type of scars that never fully heal.
Yeah. Maybe you're right.
Scar Bros.
But for Sawa-kun, it was 13 years ago. The very day before Mitsuru Kusamoto jumped, she stopped me in the hall so she could tell me about how serious the bullying really was. Up until that day, I just assumed it was boys being boys.
Dang, you
teasing.
suck.
I figured it was harmless,
Mhm.
that they'd get bored with it, and then they'd move on. I mean, come on. Kawai had to have been twice the size of Mitsuru. It's not like I'd seen any fighting. So I warned him not to overdo it. And eventually he would take the hint.
Well, according to what I was told, you smirked, actually.
Yeah, I guess that's what I did. I was too late. Sawa-kun had to point it out. Sensei, how could you be so blind? She asked. Her eyes were this piercing mix of pity and scorn. According to what she told me, nearly half the class was bullying Mitsuru. She said she'd seen him at the station. She made it sound like he had half a mind to jump onto the tracks right then and there.
He's smart, intuitive.
I'm not so presumptuous anymore. But back then, I used to think my students were my biggest fans. I thought I'd won their hearts and minds. But the look on Sawa-kun's face that day made me see the truth.
Vengeance.
I couldn't just go on smiling like nothing happened. So I decided to do my homework. The next day, I put a hidden camera in the classroom after school.
So that's how he got the bullying video. He had set it up himself to record their room remotely.
So you admit that you're the one who recorded that video?
Yeah. You saw it, right? Talk about the ugly side of kids. Hard to watch, wasn't it? Unfortunately, by the time I picked up the camera and saw what it recorded, Mitsuru had made his jump. I missed him by a few crucial moments. What happened in that classroom was the final straw. Later on, all the bullies were asked what happened. Each and every one of them lied. Kawai started it. It wasn't our idea, they said. To anyone outside of it, all they'd seen was Kawai forcing Mitsuru to do his bidding. So the people held culpable were Kawai and myself. The callous homeroom teacher who deliberately turned a blind eye. That was the day I began living my life with real purpose.
So you couldn't forgive your students who got away with bullying. You went so far, you put aside your own life to make sure they atoned somehow.
That's right. Mitsuru Kusumoto's still a vegetable. He's as good as dead. But I don't care. We have no right to forget about him.
You say that, even though Sawa-sensei ended up paying for it. I'll ask you again. Why were you at her apartment the other day? Don't dodge the question this time.
I wouldn't say I dodged it. But I suppose I should explain from the beginning. 4 years ago, there was a suicide at Sawa-kun's school. It was her own student this time. You know this, right? A student at Seiryo High School? Toshiro Ehara.
Yeah.
When she was in court, Sawa-kun had no choice but to say there wasn't any bullying. Soon as she told me that, I knew Hiro Mikoshiba would be my next target. Of course, she had no idea about any of that. When Sawa-kun learned Mikoshiba had been murdered, though, she reached out to me herself.
What did she want?
She had a sneaking suspicion that I was involved in his death. She called me a few times, prodding carefully for answers. Quite the perceptive lady, really.
Intuitive.
And? What kind of answers did you give her?
I denied any knowledge of it, but at one point, she mentioned something kind of odd. That there was a detective at the school already investigating the incident.
Huh?
She meant you, of course. A detective already knee-deep into the case, despite the police barely even knowing about Mikoshiba.
So Sawa-sensei was the one who told Kuwana I'd show up at her school.
The police are a pain in the ass. But when an out-of-town detective comes sniffing around, that's bad. I knew I had to act fast to get you off the trail. Although, Sawa-kun was a problem too. I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone.
And then what?
First, I found out where the two of you would be meeting up, at that little cafe. Then, I hired the Liumang to step in. But you put up one hell of a fight. They had strength in numbers, but you would have taken out the whole group if I hadn't stepped in. Nonetheless, my other message went through. At the same time, Sawa-kun was handed a photo of Mikoshiba's final moments. I left that task to someone you know, Yue Mamiya. They hadn't seen each other in 13 years. Sawa-kun had no idea.
The lady in the sunglasses. Yui Mamiya was involved in that too?
Everything I did that night was intended as a warning to Sawa-kun. Although, I guess I didn't have to be so extreme about it.
Yeah, dog.
Sawa-sensei was too smart. She must have started suspecting that you'd had something to do with Mikoshiba's murder. After all, who else could have known we'd be meeting at that cafe? She'd have traced it right back to you.
Even if Sawa-kun had started to suspect me, I knew she wouldn't sell me out to the cops. We're too alike. The both of us lost students to suicide on our watch. That said, I couldn't bear the thought of dragging her down into the mess I started, so I scared her off, and I thought she would stay away. The day she was killed, she called to ask if we could speak in person. I could tell something was wrong. She was on the verge of tears the whole call. Then she broke down. I asked her why, of course, but she wouldn't give me a straight answer no matter how I tried to phrase the question.
So then what? Did you just waltz on over there? It doesn't seem like you.
Watch it. You don't know me well enough to say that.
Maybe. But I assume you had some sort of plan going in. Were you gonna confess to her?
Here's the thing. If she'd figured out that I was behind Mikoshiba, and it didn't sit well with her, I would have told her every last detail. Sawa-kun knew. I think she would have understood me.
Nah.
Or at least that's what I had believed.
I don't think so.
In hindsight, I think she was forced to make that call. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure she'd have rather washed her hands of me.
Yeah.
Hard as it is to hear, I think she called me under duress. RK probably had her hostage. That would explain the vague responses. That's probably why her voice was trembling. It's tragic.
You mean it was RK? Why do they want you so badly anyway?
I don't know.
What?
If I knew their angle, I'd be doing more than just scurrying around.
You serious?
Believe me, I'm just as clueless as you are, much as I hate to admit it. Honest, I'm not thrilled that a small army wants my head on a platter. Have you noticed how RK seems to show up at the worst possible times? Someone must be pulling their strings.
Then we're on the same page. At least we agree on something.
Just a sec. Yeah. I'm still over here with Yagami-san.
And Coine.
You're not being tailed by any of his guys, are you? Okay. Then I'll meet you right now. That was Mamiya-kun. She said she's free. You guys have been true to your word. Tell Sugiura-kun that I said thank you.
Now you want to go? We still have some business to settle here.
Now remember, I'm the handyman here. Let me do the dirty work. I don't know what else to tell you. But you need to get out while you still can.
If you disappear into the night, I don't want to go busting my ass just to find you again. Before you leave, I'll need some contact info. A phone number would be nice.
Oh, no need for that. As far as I'm concerned, this is goodbye.
Oh, God.
I wouldn't count on that.
You freaking bum. I'm gonna beat your ass until you're almost dead. Catch him. The chase begins. Let's go. What's up, hoes?
Leave me alone!
For him. I find a bucket to kick at him? Look at this. What's up, bum? Gotcha. He's fast. He's a little skeeter. Where'd he go? There he is. Shit. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Kick it. Come on. I wanted to kick the bucket at him. He's going left.
You won't get away.
Wait, aw, missed me with that, ho. Wow. Gotcha. We got him.
You won't get away.
Come on, boy. You're done. Grab him. Bam, bam. Bam, bam.
Yeah. Catch you later. Oh, damn it. Get back here.
Chase complete. Catch Kuwana.
Where'd he go?
Kuwana!
Freaking rat. Oh god. What? What?
You guys again. You really need the masks? Come on, Kurakawa kids.
You heard that, right? The detective here already knows everything.
Kuwana!
Now they're motivated to
What are you going
murder.
to do now? What do you think happens when he spills everything?
Ding ding.
Sounds like your lives are over, unless you shut him up.
But Sensei, you'll finish the job for us, right?
Huh? Is that you, Akaike?
Oh, he's even got a name to your voice.
Answer me, Sensei!
I know. I'll be the one to finish it. You just knock him out.
Okay then. Time to learn your lesson!
Come on. What kind of lesson is this?
16 years ago today. Dang. Welcome, TJ. I'm sure Dangerous doesn't believe it. Jab you to death, boy. What's up? AK. Die today. Frickin' bomb rush. Wait. Ah, you son of a bitch. Oh yeah. God dang. So hype.
Kuwana! Oh no, Kuwana!
You know he ran, bro. He was running to begin with. What do you think he was gonna sit there and watch? It's Mamiya. Yo! Oh! You!
Really? So nice of you to stick around. Mamiya-san.
What's up, Skank? Permission.
Well, since Kuwana couldn't stay, sounds like you're not out of the woods just yet, huh?
To defend myself. Bink! You're lucky I don't want to hurt you, girl. Friggin' skank. Lessons taught, achievement earned. Completed Chapter 9. Previously on Lost Judgment.
13 years in the past. Mitsuru Kusumoto plunged himself into a coma, sealing his fate alongside Kuwana's. Ridden by guilt, Kuwana sets off on a path of vengeance, and the bullies he drags with him are shackled to the shadows. However, Yokosawa's murder serves as a deadly wake-up call to what he's done.
He's still out there being a rat. Chapter 10. Catch a Tiger. Yeah. Snap photos of all their faces.
What are you doing?
You going to prison, buddy.
Getting your identification on record, so you won't be a threat to us anymore?
What?
And I think you owe us after everything you've done. Expect me to come collect one of these days.
Your soul is mine.
Your carriage awaits, Mamiya-san.
Get in the
Don't tell me
van,
we're
bitch.
going back to that dingy arcade.
Get in.
We sure are. But try not to hold a grudge. It wasn't us who abandoned you.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by its toe. If it hollers, let it go. My mom said, pick the very best one, and the best one is me. Ha!
Higashi, you already called Saori-san and the gang, right?
Yeah.
It's
I let
hot
them
in
know
here.
what's up.
The
They said
AC
they'll head
kicked
over
on.
when they're ready.
Did Shirosaki-sensei say anything?
Well, she was pretty stunned when I told her who Kuwana really is and what he's up to.
Sounding a little smug there, Higashi-san. Taking credit for the detective work you didn't even do? Back me up here, Yagami-san.
Whatever, man. Kuwana got away, and that's all that matters. Still, the task in front of us is finishing Saori-san's case. We have to clear up Bahara's crime once and for all. With Mamiya-san's help, of course.
Finally, I'm ready to get some answers. Well, we still got time till Shirosaki-sensei gets here. Why don't you take a breather, Yagami-san?
Huh? That'd be okay?
Sure. I'll call you once everyone's here.
Yeah, a break sounds good.
By the way, Higashi, has anything unusual gone down in Kamacho lately?
Have a good one, Lit.
Anything involving RK?
Sleep
Yeah,
well.
about that. My guys were saying things have been a little too quiet since yesterday. Soma and Akutsu are out in Ijincho too. When they come back, they're in for a rude awakening. And they can pay for what they did to Kaito Aniki.
Make 'em pay? Aren't your Yakuza days behind you now?
That's not the Yakuza in me talking. That's just a problem I'm gonna be the solution for.
Isn't that exactly what a Yakuza would say?
Fine. Think of it as getting revenge for a brother. I'm doing the right thing, damn it!
Yeah, maybe it's just how you're putting it.
Besides, what's it matter if I was Yakuza? I've got my own code, and I'm gonna do right by me.
He's a
Whatever
man.
you say. Much as things change, they stay the same.
Shut your mouth, Segura. Stop arguing. Since I'm out, might as well check on how the city's doing. I'll go kill some time somewhere. Alright, boys. Time for a little respite out there. Kill some time in town. Oh, that was a squirrel. Did you look at that?
Suspicious. What could this mean?
The squirrel's receiving a transmission. Is the noise not always around here or what? Is that not how that works? Too much work. Wow! Let's go beat these boys up over here. Freaking uppercut death, boy! Hey, no.
Really, guys?
Mushy mush.
Hey, Yagami-san, it's Sugiura.
Hey.
Shirosaki-sensei and the others just got to Charles. They're getting ready to grill Mamiya-san.
Got it. Then I'll head back soon.
Thanks.
Got it. Yeah. Oh, that was quick. I like that. We'll just stop by the store. As soon as I get back to Charles, Yui Mamiya is going to answer every single one of my questions. Going to this store. Barbecue. I would love some barbecue right now in my mouth. Welcome. What can we buy up in here? Got sushi sets. Love sushi. Steamed buns. Let's bring some sandwiches back for the girl. You think she'll eat the fresh lettuce sandwich? There we go. And some Natchan orange for her. Just because she's our prisoner don't mean I ain't a respectful man of her hunger and such, you know. She needs nutrients, the girl. Just because we gonna grill her barbecue style don't mean we ain't gonna take care of her beforehand. Those look nice. Taiyaki baked by the staff with extra love, of course. The bigger taiyaki bake until they're plump and they're pretty filling. I'll buy the lot of them then. Perfect. And what is this? Zone. This energy drink puts you into a hyper-focused state known as the zone. In today's digital society, creators need all the concentration they can get for peak performance. I'm sold. I love marketing. Yeah, welcome. Get back to grilling the girl. Beat these boys. What's up, scumbags? Time to die. Hot, 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 hot. Hook. Ah! Right to the face, boy. We just stun lock these fools. What you gonna do? Huh? 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 You just gonna keep blocking? I'm gonna let you keep doing it until you die. Watch. Hook! Stupid. I knew I could have hooked him, but I didn't want to. I just wanted to keep poking and prodding at his defense. Because you think it's not hurting your arms? You getting freaking punched to your arms like that? Boy, you're gonna break them bones. You have arrived. The Game Center, Charles. Is that what you do, Coin? Drink energy drinks and listen to techno while you code? Nah, that sounds like freaking
Really?
ear rape.
You too, Genda-sensei?
What? Am I in the way?
Of course not. I didn't know you still did field work.
I figured if they could pull a fast one on Saori-kun, I'd at least want to look him in the eye.
There it went.
Why are all these people here? What gives?
Yum.
We've been waiting for you, Yagami-san. Mamiya-san is about to enlighten us on the truth behind the groping.
Good.
Oh, and I heard about Sawa-sensei. I'm so sorry.
Our condolences.
Looks like she got mixed up in all this when RK was chasing after Kawana. but we're still not sure why they chased him. To figure that out, we'll have to retrace Kawana's steps.
Coffee
Exactly.
stachio. It was
That
pretty
said,
good. I should have put
let's
a
start
bunch
with
of
the harassment
bunch of them
charges,
in there.
Mamiya-san.
Come here, skank.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Pout all you want, but keep the answers straight. Got it?
If you
Ihara's
lie, we'll
assault
know.
was designed to establish a false alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. So Kawana had you play the victim, and together you pulled one over on the police and the court.
Can you confirm if this is all accurate so far, please?
Yeah.
The person who groped you on the train wasn't Ihara-san himself. It was his stand-in. And my understanding is that he had conspirators to help him fabricate this event?
That's right.
What was Kawana doing at the time? Was he in Ijincho or Tokyo?
Didn't you hear your lady friend? Ihara-san had a stand-in. And that stand-in was our sensei.
You mean Kawana posed as Ihara himself? So this Ihara was actually Kawana. Huh.
Sensei and Ihara-san have a pretty similar build. Not sure they could have pulled it off otherwise, you know?
But some spots don't look right, like his mouth. You sure that's really Kawana-san?
That part around his mouth is fake. He said he scanned Ihara-san's face and made it on a 3D printer.
Oh, huh.
Makeup, boy.
You can print things in 3D now?
What?
Well, it's a machine that takes a model's data from a computer and prints physical objects using materials like resin. So if you were to scan a person's face onto a computer, a 3D printer could accurately recreate it.
Keep up, boomer.
I don't know the details, but that's what Sensei used to become Ihara-san.
Something like this. See, with a 3D printer, a piece of a face is pretty easy to make.
What the hell?
I see. His eyes are hidden behind the sunglasses, and the seams on his jaw are obscured by the mask.
It's incredible, I must say. With the mouth area so visible, it's too convincing to think he's anybody else. And with the prosecution assuming he's just another sexual predator, they fell for it.
This is no time to be impressed. In case you forgot, he had the defense fooled too.
Right.
Assuming Kawana was Ihara's double, there's still some evidence I'm iffy about.
I'm of the same opinion.
Okay. Which evidence is questionable?
Well, boy, time to pull back the curtain on this case. Any evidence I'm unsure of, I need to press Mamiya on it right now. Here we go. Let's go. Remember the Face-Off movie, Icer? Okay. I'd better press Yui Mamiya on this evidence. Let's see. Evidence that doesn't add up. Because she seems way too, like, nonchalant, you little slut. Darn it. Let's see what we got up in Grace element, the underwear. And it's not as fun. Because she's just slut. She let them grope her. I know it, girl. Ihara's transit card. Sunglasses. Standing in one place for an hour. Train car security footage. Grabbed Ihara's wrist. While he's tied to a chair. The part where the blind spot. They just want to know about the blind spot thing, probably. I'm guessing. Nicolas Cage and the other guy, yeah. I'm such. John Travolta, that's it. Yeah, heck yeah. Pulp Fiction.
How about this then?
What's this? A map of the station?
We made a diagram of Shinjuku Station. The platform's packed with cameras, but take a closer look and you'll notice a small blind spot.
And a channel membership.
So, let's say Ihara murdered Mikoshiba and faked his alibi at the station. If that was the case, then after Ihara had his stand-in do the deed, they would have swapped at this blind spot.
Yeah.
Sound about right.
Is I give up what you're looking for? You figured it out. You win. What more do you want?
I'd better press her on this evidence. Gosh darn skank ho. Let's see what we got up in here. Evidence. Security cam. Hara's wrist.
This came out pretty clearly.
Uh-huh.
So the guy in the back is Kuwana posing as a Hara, right?
Yes. And he actually didn't lay a finger on me. His prints couldn't show up.
Sounds like you had a hell of a time getting this set up.
Yeah.
I didn't. But Sensei sure did.
I just press her on everything. I guess that's what we're doing.
What do you make of this?
I mean, what's there to doubt?
You tell me?
The one running on the platform wasn't a Hara-san. It was Sensei pretending to be him, right?
You tell me, right?
There is no more meaning. That's all there is to it. The Hara-san used a stand-in to fake his alibi.
Okay.
The stand-in turned out to be none other than Jin Kuwana, which Mamiya-san just finished explaining in detail.
Yep.
Of course.
Good to know we have all our ducks in a row.
Sometimes when you're interrogating someone, you ask them the same question multiple times, because then their answer might change. Imagine that. It's called Psych 101, you gosh darn skanks.
How should we be looking at this?
The guy getting taken down in the footage is the real Hara-san. Sensei had already switched places with them before the scene happened. No one saw through his disguise.
Makes sense. There'd be no way to swap places after getting caught like this.
That other guy took his glasses off.
Were removed too.
Yep.
Also, the person who tripped him was one of ours. So was the one who took the smartphone video.
Makes
If
sense.
nobody tried to stop him, he would have just gotten away. But the most important part of it was pinning a Hara-san as the culprit out in public.
Right. If that didn't happen, the entire
Bucket of
alibi was
water.
up in smoke.
More or less.
Don't forget to hydrate.
So basically, this entire battery case was calculated from the start. Nothing but smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, we knew that the whole time. For sure.
This piece of the puzzle still needs an explanation.
Is that...
The police examined the trace evidence on Ahara's hands after he was caught. And from the analysis, the same fibers from Mamiya-san's undergarments were found on Ahara's hands.
That's right. If the stand-in was the groper, Ahara-san wouldn't have touched Mamiya-san at all. But the evidence on Ahara-san's hands suggests otherwise. Rather strange, isn't it?
I take it there was a trick to this, too?
That's simple. Before I got in the train, I met with the real Ahara-san at the underground platform. That's when I had him touch the undergarment.
Well, so there would have been
that,
traces of you.
All I had to do was go to the bathroom and put them on. That's where the fibers in the trace were from.
Just as I suspected, she and Ahara fabricated the harassment evidence long before it happened.
What the police found on Ahara-san's hands was exactly what we wanted them to find. And it would serve as hard proof he grabbed me. The courts really ate it up. It was hard not to laugh sometimes, to be honest.
You a little devil, bitch.
You're really starting to open up. That's the spirit.
Okay.
How about this, then?
And this is?
Before the incident, Ahara used this card to go through the ticket gate at Ikebukuro,
Trifling.
the time of which was recorded.
Right, and it was on October 7th at 7:43 a.m.
Thanks, Hoshino-kun.
Happy to help, Yagami-san.
Shut up
The
now.
earliest Mikoshiba's time of death would have been 7:30 a.m. If Ahara killed Mikoshiba in Ijincho, he would have only had 13 minutes to get to Ikebukuro. And frankly, that's impossible.
That's what's stumping you?
Huh?
Sensei borrowed the card from Ahara-san beforehand and passed through the gate. Afterward, he slipped it back to Ihara-san when they switched places. That way, Ihara-san ended up having the time-stamped card on him. Makes sense now.
So even the entry time through the ticket gate was used as part of the alibi?
Yeah.
It all seems so obvious now that I hear it. Nobody'd suspect that a groping was being used as an alibi for murder.
We did, though.
Yeah. And on top of all that, no one knew Mikoshiba had been killed during the trial. They really pulled it off.
No, they didn't. Look what she's doing. She's sitting
Anything
here.
else?
We're interrogating her. Yagami, what's wrong with you? They really pulled it off. What are you talking about, dog? They ain't pulling nothing off, my guy. You freaking dumb.
Can you take a closer look at this?
That's the Ikebukuro station platform. What about it?
If Kawano was pretending to be Ihara, then Kawano was also the man in the video before he got on the train, correct?
Right. Didn't we go over this already?
Guess we did, huh?
One more.
Any thoughts after seeing this?
Stop it.
You're gonna look away? You aided and abetted by playing the victim, didn't you?
I mean, yes,
Who put this video up on the internet?
Sensei did. He said from the start that once Ihara-san got his guilty verdict, he'd upload it to the internet.
So that was all part of the plan.
Yeah. Sensei can't forgive the law for how easy it lets off bullies. Ihara-san's the same way. His son's death was brushed aside. The court blamed his suicide on unknown factors. And that's what led them to his whole plan. The real victim is some bully who never got what he deserved, and the killer gets off in court by being convicted of battery. How would the public respond after finding out they'd gamed the law like that?
So Kawana and Ahara's real plan was to make a mockery out of the justice system.
That's what I said from the start.
Seems to be going well for them. The courts are beside themselves for dragging the police into this.
I guess Ahara really was desperate. He was never concerned about his own punishment. He tarnished his own name to humiliate the law.
Yeah, cop or not, Ahara is a broken man. Nobody took responsibility for his son's death, and the courts all but ignored his case. No wonder he went along with Kawana.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Sensei and Ihara-san are the perfect pair with nothing to lose. The only ones who do are the ones forced to comply. Us.
You're not forced, girl.
Speaking of which, are we done here yet?
Yagami-san, you sure that's enough?
Yeah, I think we've got plenty. Bottom line, groping was a fabrication. At the very least, we know that the prosecution's evidence can all be refuted.
The courts were being intentionally misled. I'm considering filing an appeal.
Are you saying you want a retrial?
I am. We'll reveal Ahara and Kawana's plot and overturn the verdict they issued.
That might be harder than it sounds.
Nope.
Why do you say that, Genda-sensei?
Well, the previous trial resulted in Ahara being found guilty, right? As the client, if he doesn't want an appeal, there's no way you're getting one. Doesn't matter what any lawyer tries to do. If Ahara refuses to appeal, then that's that.
That's how it works
We'll
in
talk to him
Japan.
tomorrow.
That's
First,
crazy.
we need to see how he reacts to everything we've got on him.
Sounds good.
That makes no
Then
sense.
let's meet at the detention center tomorrow.
Will do.
So, we done for the night?
Sure are. Great job, everyone. Go get some rest.
Get out of here now. Get some pizza or some such.
Yo, Yagami. You sure it was cool to let that Mamiya chick just go home?
Yeah? Why?
I mean, she helped Kawana kill all those people. Aren't you gonna turn her in or something?
I would, but there's nothing we can do.
Nothing we can do?
Frankly, we don't have any proof of the murder she was talking about.
What, so this is all for nothing?
Nothing directly pointing to Mamiya anyway. Aside from Mikoshiba, no other bodies turned up. Which means all we can do is take her home, right? Sugura's making sure she gets back safe.
Fine, forget it. Why are you still here? Everyone else went home already.
Come on, man, why the cold shoulder? Am I really that annoying?
You wouldn't be the guy I'd call to hang out with. So if you're done, then go.
Wow. Straight for the jugular, huh?
But if it's help you need, I'll be there. I've had nothing but time lately. But only if you bow your head and ask nice. Then I'll consider it.
Yes, master.
I know for a fact you'd help me out regardless, so why waste a good bow? Thanks for the drink.
Deuces, boy.
Dude, come on. That was your cue to bow and ask nice.
As Yagami walks away with his skinny jeans. Gonna go with Saori-san to interview Ihara tomorrow. Time to call it a day. Let's get back to his apartment. Oh, we can beat some ass on the street real quick, though. You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the fuck out of here. I don't want you in my freaking arcade, boy. What's up, scumbags? Time to die! Murder in the streets. Missed me, boy. You too slow. You can't throw hands with a pro. Look. Ha. Scumbag. Wow. You hit me? Oh my god. What is it? Kill.
What a waste.
He actually hit me. Well, both of them did. But once you get hit once, you're just like, it's okay if they hit me again. I'm used to it now. Freaking die, dog! Hiya!
Really, guys?
Double hammer fist to the spine.
I'm not even warmed up.
Break them guards easy, boy. Just hit that hook, and you phased. You dazed and confused, my guy. Hook.
And stay down.
We're just clearing the streets of rats. Nobody likes rats. Well, I knew somebody that liked rats. He would have like pet rats, usually one at a time. Just a companion, like a pet rat companion. Wild. I mean, it wasn't wild. I used to own like gerbils and hamsters, and I'm not sure about rats. I mean, rats are smart. Rat girl. Time for Saori-san and me to interview Ihara. Better take a cab to the Tokyo Detention Center. Off to the detention center. Alright, you're supposed to pet that cat for money all the time. Interesting. Very interesting. Where's the closest cab at? Come on, stop hopping off the skateboard, dog. Go. Come on. Dang it.
I'm not even warmed up.
Time to change it up on these sluts.
Here we go.
Wanted this one. Ah, come on. This one. There you go. Snake style.
What a waste.
Where are the cabs in this dang town? Might as well have a little smoke here. That's Yagami style. I don't recommend anybody actually smoke. But, you know, it's a game mechanic. You might as well. Just like in Red Dead Redemption 2, I would smoke all the time with Arthur Morgan. As Yagami ponders. Okay, better get going. Where the heck are these dang abs, dog? One right there. Okay. Indeed, if you are watching in the replay, we do have super thanks available all day.
So, you're recommending an appeal? I have that right? Did some new evidence come to light?
Yui Mamiya told us some things, like how you faked your alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. You wanted the sexual battery conviction, right?
Well...
Your goal was to avenge your son and humiliate the law on a grand scale.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ahara-san, we have a much better grasp of the situation than you think.
And what exactly have you grasped?
Everything.
Like Yagami-san just said, you're innocent. As far as the harassment goes. As your lawyer, I'll file for an appeal. And we'll make sure the world knows it.
Thanks, but no. I'm scum of the earth. A pervert. The prosecution and the judge made that very clear in the verdict.
On the day of the crime, October 7th, at around 6:30 a.m., you were in Ijincho, not Tokyo.
Baloney. I was relaxing at home.
Making me hungry.
Except that you weren't.
Oh?
You wanted to give the man who pushed your son to suicide the beating of a lifetime. And you'd miss out on that opportunity if you were at home, which is why you were in Ijincho instead. Isn't that right? You and Kawana's former student staked out Mikoshiba's house until he left. Then you dragged your prey into a car and brought him to an abandoned building in Ijincho, which would later become a murder scene. Every bone on Mikoshiba's fingers was broken. Remembering how he pushed Toshiro-kun to his death, it's no wonder you'd go that far. You tortured Mikoshiba without a shred of remorse. You inflicted no small amount of pain and terror. There's no way you weren't there, and I'd put my money on that.
And then...
You need the whole play-by-play, even though you already know it?
Oh, not at all. I'm just fascinated by this outrageous little story.
I'll use a piece of evidence to show what he did next after beating up Mikoshiba. You gosh darn dumb bitch. After you beat up Mikoshiba, what piece of evidence shows what Ihara did to Mikoshiba after beating him? What piece of evidence shows what Ihara did to Mikoshiba after beating him? Killing him, dog. What do you mean?
As for what you did next after beating Mikoshiba,
it's quite a home video.
Without leaving anything on Mikoshiba's body that could be traced back to you, you slit his throat. Estimated time of death was around 7:30 a.m. on October 7th. You tossed the bloody coat and made your way to Ikebukuro Station, where Yui Mamiya was waiting.
Are you sure? I was at Ikebukuro by 7:30 a.m. Would have been impossible for me to kill Mikoshiba and Ijincho.
The person in the security camera footage in Ikebukuro was a double who imitated your likeness. The identity of whom belonged to Jin Kawana, the handyman in Ijincho. Or maybe you know him by a different name. Former high school teacher Yu Kitakata. So which name did he give you?
I don't know who you're talking about.
With Kawana in view of the security camera, you met up with Yui Mamiya at Ikebukuro first. That's where you touched the undergarments she had repaired. The police would later discover the trace evidence on your hands and
your
pin the
guesses are
groping on
wild.
you.
It's a
Then you made
waffle.
your way to Shinjuku Station. After that, Mamiya and Kawana acted out the groping as they arrived at Shinjuku Station. Kawana jumped out of the train and Mamiya chased after her. And then, in the smallest of blind spots in a station absolutely packed with cameras, you were waiting for Kawana, who looked just like you. With the two of you matching, you were able to swap places in that huge crowd without anyone noticing. Kawana handed you the transit card used to pass the ticket gate. Just one piece of hard evidence that places you in Ikebukuro at 7:43 a.m. And right after the swap, Mamiya started calling for help. After that, well, we've all seen how the news reported it. You were caught in a public place with plenty of witnesses.
An active duty police officer arrested for sexual battery. The public outcry was very clear. As a result, despite it being your first offense, you were actually tried and convicted. The consensus is that it was a fitting punishment for someone so heinous. Even as your lawyer, I felt the same.
Have some confidence in yourself, Shirosaki-sensei. The prosecution, the judge, and a lawyer like you all laid out the evidence in court and found me guilty. I'm in no position to doubt you. And I've long accepted the ruling that Toshiro was never bullied. There's nothing I can do but abide by the rule of law. Right? That's all I can do, right?
I know what you're trying to say. You carried out the justice that the courts wouldn't, right?
Everything my son went through was passed off like it never even happened. School, the teachers, and yes, the court. They all dismissed the reason he died.
That's when Kawana came in the picture, telling you Toshiro-kun had been bullied. But was it Kawana's words that suddenly made you want to kill Mikoshiba? Because all of his fingers were broken while he was still alive. Was that really all just your pent-up rage?
What do you have to say, Ihara-san?
There shouldn't have been any evidence of Mikoshiba's bullying. Who told Ihara the truth? Where did Ihara hear the truth about Mikoshiba's bullying? Kawana.
Did Kawana really tell you? You found enough motive to murder Mikoshiba on hearsay? No. That doesn't sound right at all. Was Sawa-sensei the one who told you the truth? She was the only person Toshiro-kun confided in. You had to have heard it from her, right?
Nearly hit the nail on the head, as they say.
Nearly?
After my trial, she confessed she knew about the bullying, but only to her old teacher over the phone. She had no idea she was being recorded.
What?
Koine-san let me listen to that recording where I learned Sawa-sensei had been muzzled by both the homeroom teacher and the lawyer. That was the proof of Toshiro's bullying I'd wanted all throughout the trial. After hearing Sawa-sensei's words, I finally understood. They pushed my boy over the edge.
Was there no other evidence of the bullying? Like a diary of Toshiro-kun's or something of the sort?
Nothing. Toshiro never talked to me or my wife about the bullying. And that was probably all my fault.
Yeah, you seem like a dick.
He was bullied in middle school, too. Kids would throw his pencil case around or hide his books. When I heard about it, I chewed him out. They walk all over you because you're weak. Grow spine, I told him.
I take it that was the wrong approach.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how much courage it took for him to come forward about his suffering. I'm sure he felt ashamed about it. And I should have listened when he pleaded for help. I should have told him I was proud of his bravery. But instead, I pushed him away.
You bullied him.
Toshiro tried to make sure he never showed weakness to us again, no matter how much pain he was in. He went to a private school out in Yokohama because he hated living with me. But in the end, he still suffered.
And that's why you didn't hesitate to unleash hell on Mikoshiba.
If you say so.
He still won't admit to murdering Mikoshiba. Must be killing him not to.
So the first time Kawana showed up was when he let you listen to the phone call with Sawa-sensei, right?
Yes. He approached me and asked me if I still wanted justice for my son. I was in uniform when he came to me too. Very bold. But it paid off. I owe him a debt of gratitude. He reassured me he had already taken care of multiple individuals like Goshiba, and that he'd urged other families to avenge the children they lost to bullying.
Now how you do it, brother.
Tell them that simply being branded a bully wasn't enough. He promised to deliver real justice.
You can't be murdering people, brother.
If justice can be served at one's own discretion, laws would cease to serve their function.
Hey.
If the law isn't fair to everyone, no one will obey it.
Hey.
The law is only able to help the powerless because it can't be swayed by money, force, or anything else.
Yes.
Then tell me, what's the solution when the law fails to punish someone who laughs in its face?
Well, what you did is the
overlook
solution.
those the law won't judge is to abandon those the law couldn't protect.
To render justice with confidence, you require sufficient evidence.
Some of the victims' families refused Kawana's offer of revenge, telling him it would be unforgivable. But even after rejecting his offer, not a one reported Kawana-san to the police. Do you understand what that implies? Whether you follow through with revenge or not, Kawana-san presents a solution that resonates with people. Being that the law is unfair and imperfect. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're not. But we're fighting to make it as fair as we can. Laws have to change until they are perfect.
They don't change fast enough. Toshiro's death was murder by another name. Yet Hiromi Kushiba walked free.
He's not free, he's dead.
He got to enroll in a teaching program as a student teacher. Someone like him? It's insane! I'd die of old age before the law was ever written to be fair enough. For Toshiro's sake, I can't turn a blind eye to a world where the Mikoshibas can live without consequence. Tell me, what alternative was there to getting blood on my hands? I didn't have any other choice.
Of course you did.
Yagami-san, did he just...
This is the first time you've admitted to killing Mikoshiba.
Of course he did.
You really did your research, unlike those useless cops. Kuwana-san's plan was impressive. Almost airtight.
When cops can't.
I didn't expect it to be unraveled so quickly.
Detective Yagami can.
There was some dirt on Yui Mamiya that Kuwana could have used against her. If we hadn't found it, there's no way we would have gotten her to talk.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, but I'm under no obligation to tell you.
Ehara-san, you'll be sent to prison as a sex offender as it stands.
Of course. Just as I planned. The charges will be confirmed, and I'll be convicted. As for the police and the prosecution, they wouldn't be able to admit they made a mistake. I could scream, "I killed Mikoshiba" at the top of my lungs. It wouldn't matter.
Are you saying you intend to admit to the murder after you're released?
Everyone's seen the video of me killing Mikoshiba by now. It's obviously authentic, but the prosecution and the police are saying it's fake. They need it to be fake. Even if I do confess, they'll sweep it under the rug.
They wouldn't.
No, that's not beneath them. But I take it how they react doesn't really matter to you. All you want is to humiliate the law, don't you? The same system that determined Toshiro-kun's incident didn't happen.
It seems you're starting to understand, Yagami-san.
Ehara's achieved most of what he wanted to do, but I can't overlook what he's already done. Nah, he's just gonna get his pooper pushed in, that's all that's gonna happen.
If the prosecution wanted to charge me for Mikoshiba's murder, then they'd have to retract the battery verdict. And that would mean admitting to a massive blunder by the court at the hands of a criminal. It would be chaos. Despite knowing who murdered Mikoshiba, no one would know what to make of the case.
What do you mean?
Wouldn't that just be wonderful?
I hear you.
We have all the
and
evidence.
I even get why you'd feel pretty proud of accomplishing that.
Do you?
But in this case, the guys pretty much grabbed the tiger by the tail.
What tiger's tail?
Someone's issuing orders to the thugs in Kamurocho from behind the scenes. He's the tiger in this case. And they've been closing in on your partner, Kuwana. And Sawa-sensei got in their path. I'm sure you get the newspaper in here, right? You know, don't you? Sawa-sensei was killed after the thugs broke into her home. All because she got involved with Kuwana.
I'm aware she was killed. But this is the first I'm hearing of the reason why. And by thugs, you mean RK?
Yeah, but we don't know why they're going after Kuwana. Any ideas?
No way I'd know.
You think it could be because she got mixed up in your deadly little game?
Excuse me?
That's what getting away with murder really looks like. The more you perpetuate the lie, the greater the rift you create. And then, the unthinkable happens. Kuwana killed others besides Mikoshiba. You said so yourself. That's what brought the angry tiger into play. And if Sawa-sensei ended up paying for that instead, then how can you begin to believe your vengeance is fair?
Because she gave false testimony. She lied in court to say Toshiro was never bullied.
She couldn't name Mikoshiba, who was a minor at the time, without evidence. What's more, she was haunted by her testimony, always second-guessing if she did the right thing. But now she's been killed. Somehow that's acceptable to you? I'm gonna clear up what happened to Sawa-sensei, just like you did for Toshiro-kun.
How?
By going public with everything you and Kuwana did. The first step is to appeal the sexual battery and undo this whole lie.
You never groped Yui Mamiya. That's one crime you're innocent of, Ehara-san. The court's verdict was incorrect. So please give us the chance to appeal. We can prove your innocence.
Please, just don't say that, girl.
What on earth would I get out of that?
You get to humiliate the court again. Besides, what are you gonna do for the next half a year in a cell?
Fine. Do what you want. But just know this.
Yes?
I have no intention of admitting to killing Mikoshiba in court. Is your appeal still worth a damn?
We won't know until we try. Let's go, Sari-san. We have client approval to proceed with the appeal. We better act fast.
Yes, agreed.
Yagami-san. Sawa-sensei's death isn't on me. Even if I have grabbed the tiger by the tail. That doesn't mean I killed her.
By that logic, you may as well admit that Mikoshiba didn't kill Toshiro-kun. You can't have it both ways.
Boom. Not like BK,
Listen
bruh.
to me. Everything about you, about Kawana, about why Sawa-sensei had to die, we're gonna expose all of it. That's the only thing left we can do for her.
We got you, you son of a gun.
I'm going to fill Genda-sensei in on what happened. Why don't you head over to the office?
Sure thing.
So then, Ihara admitted to killing Mikoshiba, did he?
Off the record, yeah. He also admitted Kawana approached him to offer revenge.
That sounds like you were productive.
It's enough for us to move forward with the appeal, I'd say. How does that sound, Genda-sensei?
Genda-sensei?
The sexual battery and Mikoshiba's murder are the very same case. To clear Ihara of harassment, you'll need to prove he murdered Mikoshiba. But you don't have evidence he did, do you?
Ihara-san was captured on video committing the murder.
And the prosecution claims it's a fake, of unknown origins. The police are saying the same.
They're only saying that to cover their asses.
In reality, the sexual battery evidence against Ihara-san is what was really fake. At the very least, we can claim Yui Mamiya and the others aided in fabricating that, alibi or not.
You really think the courts will grant you an appeal for just that?
Are you saying that's not possible?
I wouldn't go that far. But Ihara won't admit to murdering Mikoshiba in court. Kinda significant, don't you think? So what chance do you have even if you do appeal? Without any decisive new evidence, you'll just end up splitting hairs over the original verdict. And what good'll it do other than damage your own reputation, Saru-kun?
So Genda-sensei is worried about Sari-san's career. I'm sure that's the case, although...
To be honest with you, I feel like I've been deeply underestimated.
What?
Saori-san, are you actually mad?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I am.
You have every right to be.
Listen, Sensei. Ihara and Kawana devised this plan knowing full well they could manipulate the justice system. Have we not fallen right into their trap? If we take pity on the prosecution now, we play right into their hand.
Yep.
True.
So how can we worry about reputation when our duty as lawyers is to face the law?
I understand where you're coming from, and you're right to think it, but...
And another thing.
But...
While acting as Ihara's defense in the first trial, I never truly believed the claim. I didn't trust the person I was defending, and I felt sick to my stomach even being in the courtroom.
Saori-san.
Ihara likely saw right through that. He probably took great delight in our myopic dedication to the law. And I won't stand for that. I'm gonna show him exactly what I can do.
What about you, Yagami?
Why am I so
I want to
itchy?
hear your thoughts.
So itchy right now. He's not saying it, but he disagrees with Saori-san. How should I move this forward? Let's see. Genda-sensei has a point here. Nah. We should listen to Saori-san. Probably. I defer to Hoshino-kun. Hell nah. We should listen to Saori-san, you stupid freaking fools, and shut your mouths. Let's just do this thing.
We should listen to Sari-san. I understand why Ihara and Kawana did what they did, but I can't condone it.
I see. So you feel it too, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. Although my motivation may not be as righteous as Sari-san's.
What do you mean?
Mikoshiba's murder, the fake groping alibi, the one behind it all was Kawana, and he's in hiding. We need to shine enough light on him that the public can see what he is. And the perfect place to do it is during Ihara's appeal hearing.
So it's not Ihara you're after, but Kawana.
If we pursue Ihara's case, Kawana-san's actions will naturally come to light.
And if we draw out Kawana, then RK and the ones backing them will make their move. Soma from RK said Sawa-sensei knew too much, which means whoever's behind them has a secret that needs to stay buried, even if it means murder. And I need to figure that secret out. I owe Sawa-sensei that closure. The only thing we can do for her now is make sure the ones pulling the strings pay for it.
Well said. I guess going back wasn't ever really an option.
Genda-sensei.
Looks like I got complacent from all the peace and quiet.
Yep.
Leave it to me to underestimate the younger generation.
Frickin' boomers.
I apologize. I shouldn't have been so impertinent.
That should be my line, Sari-kun. I suppose I have to make up my mind after all that, don't I? Get out there and do what needs to be done. And heaven help anyone in your way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
You heard him.
Tsukumo's calling. Hope everything's okay.
Hello?
Yagami-shi, are you still in Kamurocho?
Yeah, why? What's up?
I'm afraid RK seems to be amassing in Ijincho. It's very bizarre.
Are they now?
Yeah, I can't shake the feeling that the officers like Soma and Akutsu are still in town.
You think so? If I was Soma, I'd have left Ijincho by now. He's a person of interest in Sawa-sensei's murder, too.
I see. That does make sense.
Things are settling into place here, though. I'm heading back to Ijincho with Sugiura. We got a lot to go over with you when I get back.
Wonder what it could be. Okay, see you soon then.
Off we go. Hey, girl.
I'm going to start filing the appeal.
Okay.
Yagami-san, the work you've done is what made that possible. You've been invaluable.
I know. Goodbye.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, we're going, man. Calm down. Have some patience, Sugiura. Okay, head to Yokohama 99. Jincho? Right? Is that where I'm going right now? That's where Yokohama 99 is. There we go. Now down to this section. Yokohama 99. There we go. You have arrived. Yokohama 99. And as we walk into Yokohama 99, or before we do, I shall take a pee. Don't go anywhere. We shall be right back with more Lost Judgment. And we are back with Lost Judgment. Heck yeah, let's go into Yokohama 99. Second floor.
Well, now that's something. Looks like we're finally starting to see the whole picture.
Kuwana-san, or rather Kitakata-sensei, huh? And his students helped Ihara murder Mikoshiba. But there's still some things that doesn't explain.
Like what?
Like, why does RK keep going after Kuwana-san? You think that's weird too, right, Yagami-san?
Yeah. That's the piece of the puzzle that'll lead us to why Sawa-sensei got killed.
Why is RK after Kuwana? How much do they know about him?
Before they came to Ijincho, RK was originally looking for Shinya Kawai. But when they found out he might have been killed, they suddenly shifted gears to Kuwana. So what are they trying to accomplish?
We can guess all we want, but that's not gonna get us anywhere. Shouldn't we ask someone in RK directly? They're strengthening their numbers in Ijincho as we speak.
The goons at the bottom rung aren't gonna be in the know on that, though. Though if Akutsu or Soma were around, then we might get somewhere.
That's true.
Sitting around here won't get us any further. I'm gonna head into the city for a bit. I'm quick on my feet. That's about all I have going for me right now.
How modest of you.
Yeah, don't say that, Yagami-shi. Otherwise, what ground do we have to stand on?
Little flip screens. I should head outside for now. Look around town. What the heck, Yagami? Oh, you got a call.
Hello?
It's Shirosaki. Do you have a minute, Yagami-san?
Yeah, what's up?
I was thinking back on our interview with Ihara-san, and something he said isn't sitting right with me. So I wanted to ask your opinion.
Which part felt off?
The part about Kuwana approaching other bullying victims besides Ihara-san to offer revenge. Ihara-san also mentioned that most of them rejected his offer, but never went to the police either.
Yeah, and?
Well, wasn't the first bully Kuwana
Yo,
his
yo.
own student? Shinya Kawai, I mean. Tormented by his bullies, Mitsuru Kusumoto's leap left him in a coma to this day. That event was the catalyst for Kuwana's actions, so wouldn't he have approached his parents about revenge too?
Mitsuru Kusumoto's parents? You're talking about his mother, Reiko Kusumoto, right?
Welcome in, Kim. Gosh darn, gosh darn. Mitsuru Kusumoto's mother, Reiko Kusumoto, she used to be just another suit in the Ministry of Health, but now she's Vice Minister.
Yes, who is currently Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health.
I just said that, girl.
If she accepted or is even an accessory to a revenge plot against Kawai, then there's no way she'd ever want that secret to get out. With her level of influence and power, wouldn't it be possible that she ordered RK to silence Kuwana? Which would explain how RK's actions are being controlled, wouldn't it?
And you think it's Reiko Kusumoto?
You don't think vice ministers can control criminal organizations from the shadows? You know very well the answer to that.
Yeah. Tsukumo's actually looked into her before. I'll talk to him about it right now. Yeah, this is genius, Sari-san. This could lead us right to who's controlling RK.
Quite a compliment coming from you. I feel better already.
Heck yeah, girl.
Don't sweat it. I'll call you if I find anything out.
She's way too good for Hoshino-kun. Time to get back to Tsukumo. Might be worth looking into Reiko Kusumoto more closely. Skeet, skeet.
Yagami-san, back already?
That was quick. I figured you'd be out in the town until evening.
Well, the day's not over yet. I need you to look into Reiko Kusumoto again. She might be the one behind RK.
Really?
Yeah. Can you pull up the picture of her you showed me last time?
Very nice, very nice.
Okay. Take a look at this, Yagami-shi. Reiko Kusamoto became vice minister just recently. It hasn't even been a full year yet.
Looks like she's still got a good rep.
Yeah, there's almost no criticism of her out there.
The Ministry Revolution, bucking the bureaucracy. Golden parachutes don't fly with Kusamoto. Go her. Vice Minister's pretty high up there, yeah?
Yeah. Big time. If she really did take Koana up on his offer, silencing him would be the quickest way to save her skin. And in that case, she'd need some kind of connection to RK.
Some kind of connection? A bit vague, no?
Fair enough, but RK already took an innocent life while hunting Koana down.
Right. And after killing Sawa-sensei, they tried to kill me, too. Still, no matter how dangerous the gang, murder is a risky proposition. Then again, if someone's pulling the strings, they have a lot less to worry about. Especially if that someone has vice minister status.
Well, the internet's not gonna give us much else. How about we do our usual thing? Go straight to the source.
Maybe we should.
Would it really be that easy to get a meeting with someone like her?
Probably.
Mitsuru Kusamoto's still in a coma, right?
Yes?
If he's in a hospital, we can catch her by surprise there.
I get ya. That might work.
Ambush.
What's this now?
What's what now?
Breaking news from the net. It says manhunt for Sawa-sensei's murderer.
And?
It's hitting the network news too. The person they're after is...
Wanted for the murder of private school teacher Yoko Sawa in her own apartment,
Yeah.
Kanagawa PD is conducting a search for the suspect, self-proclaimed handyman Yu Kitakata. Nearby
Why are they looking for Koana?
Shouldn't they be after Soma?
Sawa-san's former teacher before and after the incident. It's also surfaced that he's been using a false identity for over a decade. The police are hopeful that their search will turn up some sort of connection to Sawa-san.
Why are the police going after Koana and not Soma? What the hell?
If Koana-san was caught on camera, then surely some RK thugs were as well?
Yeah, I think so. On that note, I should have been in the footage too. The police only seem to want Koana, but why? Guess we'll have to ask them ourselves.
Ask who?
Yeah, the
Detective
system.
Watanabe from Kanagawa PD. He was the guy in charge of Mikoshiba's murder.
Corrupt. Whatever serves them.
Yeah, I guess it has. Hey, I'm curious. Do you have any evidence that Koana killed Sawa-sensei?
I take it you saw the news. Koana was caught on camera near the crime scene, plus he knew the victim. And if that's not enough, he was using a fake name. How's that for evidence?
But I saw Soma holding an ice pick up to Sawa-sensei. Plus, there were RK footprints all over the scene. So why is Koana the only suspect?
Because the big boys with big balls at HQ said so. Barking at me won't get you anywhere.
So this is all just pressure from upstairs? What is going on here?
Why are you so bent out of shape? Koana's a legitimate suspect, and all we're doing is following procedure. So stick your private investigator schnoz somewhere else.
You know, you sound pretty bent out of shape yourself. Where are you right now?
Huh?
I was thinking maybe we could meet up. How's a free pass to bitch about your work sound? Abe-san?
On the phone, in person, there's nothing I can tell you.
He hung up.
Yagami-shi, I managed to focus in on the background noise from your phone call. Despite all the interference, I have a good idea of Nabe-san's location.
Wow.
What? Seriously?
No way, dog.
He's on the main drag in Chinatown. If you go now, I'm
Oh.
sure you'll find him.
But is he even gonna listen to you?
It won't matter if I miss him because we sat here wondering.
Yeah.
Yagami Detective Agency, quick on its feet indeed.
He just heard Chinese people
Can't
talking.
compete with that.
It could have just been a TV. Nabe-san should be on the main street in Chinatown. I need to catch him and find out what's going on. Oh, ni hao ma wa lao shi bai. Pop-up interviews. What's up, boy? I think it's part of your legal duty to serve me, bitch. Let's see, wait, where is he? Chinatown. Main drag. Hey. Double time, boy. Here we go.
Yagami, why are you here?
Oh, hey, Nabe-san. And you were...
It's Sakurai.
Oh, right.
I take it you didn't just happen to be in the neighborhood.
Let's just say some friends of mine have a real keen sense of smell. Something stinks about the cops here.
Excuse me, pal?
The Sawa case. Why aren't you going after RK? Or are you and you're just keeping me in the dark?
This isn't the place to talk about that.
What the? Ooh, what's up, boy? What you doing?
I get the feeling something's keeping you guys from doing your jobs. And I don't have to listen to you.
You want to say that again?
Sakurai, I gotta hit the can. Head back to the station.
Huh?
Need to take a piss, Yagami? You're looking hydrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good call.
Let's piss together, bro. This is bonding time. This is how men bond right here. You also bond with a channel's creator by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel.
Nice spot you brought me to. Very romantic.
Well, we're about to have a shitty conversation. Might as well do it with a pleasant view.
Did I unzip my pants?
Do the cops really believe Koana is responsible for Sawa-sensei's death?
We wouldn't be looking for him if we weren't serious. We even have a warrant.
To arrest Koana?
His real name's Yu Kitakata. He's been using a fake. And he services right at the murder scene of his former student. In my eyes, he was suspicious enough.
What about Soma from RK? He should have been spotted on the nearby cameras too, like when he entered her apartment.
He wasn't.
How is that possible?
Let me rephrase. There's no footage that had RK anywhere near it.
What's that supposed to mean?
From the moment Mikoshiba's murder went down, the higher-ups have been busy playing politics. I had a handle on things when they were just competing with Tokyo PD over who got to grill Ihara. But after that murder footage came out, it really stirred shit up. Sawa-sensei's case has me scratching my head too. Someone at the top is trying to keep details under wraps. And they think it'll work even in this day and age.
You're saying the whole force is in on a cover-up?
It started with the footage surrounding Sawa's apartment. Someone on the inside erased it.
Wow.
Any footage that had the RK guys tagged in it is totally wiped.
Erase the footage? Are you serious?
Yeah. You heard me. Koana leaving her place is all that's left. Even the parts where you show up are long gone. Before and after, the only person that the cameras pin the crime on is Koana himself.
Who would go so far to erase the footage? Who would do something like that?
It's time to let it go, Yagami. Mikoshiba's case and Sawa-sensei's case, they're closing the book. And to tie up the loose ends, and this is the shitty part, Koana has to die in an accident.
What?
As soon as they track him down, they'll put him into custody and then blame it on negligence. They'll say he resisted arrest and died in the struggle, I guess. Someone clearly wants Koana gone, and they have the power to do it.
Come on. Who could have that power?
Koana is clearly a target of someone higher up. Even if he sees it coming, he won't be able to stop it. As far as I'm concerned, the case is closed. You wouldn't understand until you've been on the force. When the team you're playing for is rotten to the core, all you can do is look the other way. As for me, I'll stick to the cut and dry cases for a while. That's what'll keep me an honest cop.
That's bullshit! You'll shut the lid on the trash, ignore the smell of the rot coming from inside and go on pretending it's justice? And then you call that being an honest cop?
Asshole. Did Did you forget that you were talking to a detective?
Wow. Wow. What's up, dog? What you
Never
think this
did answer
is?
the question, Nami-san. Who had the authority to erase the security cameras? Who wants Kawana dead so bad that they do it inside?
Even if I told you, what the fuck could you do about it, detective? Smartass!
I'm gonna whoop your ass, boy.
Leave it alone, Yagami. It's for your own good.
Is that your call? Well, I think I'll be the judge of that.
You little piece of shit! I've had enough! That son of a bitch!
Kanagawa PD Division 1. Let's get him. You freaking bitch ass, come here. What you got? What you got? Huh? 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 Hut? 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 I'm dying. Already. Wow. Oof. Gosh darn.
Let's play it by
Box him up, dog. Box that man's face the fuck off. Miss me with that, boy.
I think it's time you cooled
Oh, come on.
off.
Oh, crap. Oh my god. Game over. Oh my god. What the heck, man?
Son of a bitch!
Okay, okay.
Let's go.
That hurt. Did you say that? Oh god, what? I wasn't healed. Darn it. Don't continue on easy, what the heck? No. We ain't going on easy, dog.
That son of a bitch!
Game disrespecting me like that, asking me that gosh darn question up in here.
Let's play it by ear.
I just wasn't boxing him up. Come bring it.
I'm not even warmed up.
Shoosh.
I think it's time you cooled off.
What?
Have a drink.
I don't understand. It's like I have to go like down and right. Try again. Down, right, A, Y. Because it's like, I guess it's one motion, and I'm trying to do it as if it's two sequences. But I think it's supposed to be one motion with the left stick. Freaking got you, dog. What's up?
It's time you cooled off.
What?
Have a drink.
The heck, man?
That son of a bitch!
Okay. I got you, dog. What's up? What's up? What's up? the heck boxed up, boy. Can't even freaking see me, my guy. What's up? Got you now. Swim, Yaga.
Oh god, no.
Countered your ass, boy. What's up? What's that? You getting mad, boy? Oh god. Oh, you hit me. That thing hurts, the freaking baton. This is called freaking police abuse. Dereliction of duty. Ouch. Oh. Ah, what? No way, dog. You ain't getting me, dog. You gosh darn son of a bitch. Hey. Countered with the freaking uppercut, my guy. Heck yeah.
They broke the lock and forced their way into Sawa-sensei's place. That's when Soma came in. I'm sure she was terrified. They were pointing an ice pick at her. When I found her, her eyes were still open. And I could see the tears.
Poor girl.
Yet the police are going after Kawana instead of Soma. And the cops that were there know he isn't a suspect, but say their hands are tied. So it'll be my voice you hear instead of hers. And when they come to silence me, I'll know who the puppet masters are.
I hear you. And you're probably right.
And if you have any idea who might be pulling the strings, I need you to tell me before it's too late. Is there anyone on the force who would want Kawana dead?
The moment we opened Sawa-sensei's case, the Kanagawa brass had a suspect file ready to go. They didn't point to your guy Soma. They named you Kitakata, alias Kawana the handyman. Hilarious, isn't it? You were the first to the scene, which means the bigwigs pulled a suspect file before it even happened.
Where'd the info about Kitakata come from?
Not sure. But the National Police Agency said it came from public security.
Public security?
The public security branch of the police is practically Japan's spy ring. It keeps an eye on foreign agents, gangs, and political groups. They don't hunt criminals so much as gather intel and analyze it to maintain the peace.
Why is public security involved in Sawa-sensei's case?
Seems they were interested in Arcade's criminal network in Kamurocho. You know how after the Tojo clan disbanded, the criminals started going underground? Well, public security would rather let Arcade roam free than bust them. Monitoring them quietly gives them intel on criminal movements. And even if you catch these guys, new ones will just take their place.
Wait, so they want RK on the streets? Is that why they're brushing Sawa-sensei's case under the rug?
If RK goes down in one fell swoop over a murder case, then you have to find a new source of intel. Purely speaking, from public security's point of view, that is.
Unbelievable.
Not that they'd ever say that out in, well, public. If you believe public security, there's no way RK killed Sawa-sensei.
What the hell? Do they even have a reason?
Not that I'm aware of. On top of that, I asked Tokyo PD about Soma. He doesn't have a record. No priors, no census registry, not even a damn profile pic.
Then, what does that mean?
The man known as Kazuki Soma doesn't exist, basically. Maybe that's how it's always been, or maybe it's a cover-up. They had plenty of files on Kawana to send our way instead. They're the ones who made him the prime suspect in Sawa-sensei's case, too.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Kawana's a scapegoat for RK. Public security wants to shut the curtains on Sawa-sensei's case with him. As far as they're concerned, with Kawana silenced, it'll all balance out.
So that's what you meant by Koana having an accident.
Right. Better to flush your shit than keep a lid on it.
I can't imagine it's easy for public security to pin the blame on Kuwana for Sawa-sensei's murder. Then again, dead men don't talk. If they get rid of Kuwana, that'll be enough to muddy the waters.
So who's running the show in public
Don't forget to
security?
hydrate.
Do they have a name?
I wasn't told, unfortunately. Afraid I'm further down the food chain than you thought. Yeah, Watanabe speaking. Jincho.
Huh?
Right. Got it. Call me if anything else comes up. Kawana's been spotted. A witness reported seeing him in Jincho.
Seriously? He's back here?
Couldn't say for sure.
Where's he at?
Fukutokucho, in Koreatown, where the Komi Jewel hang out. The police are headed there now.
Komi Jewel?
Apparently it means spider web in Korean. You haven't seen it? It's made to look like it's abandoned.
And Kawana's there?
You're not gonna say you got that from me, right?
Of course not.
I don't have much time. You said Kawana might have an accident, didn't you? I'm sure that's why you're telling me all this.
If you find him, let him know it's public security that's after him. And they mean business.
The final countdown. They're on his tail, hot on it, like a hot pocket. And we are hot at the end of this stream. Thank you everybody for joining, for all the live chats, for the comments down below. We have more Lost Judgment coming up. Don't forget to keep an eye on the live stream schedule, www.coin.cc/schedule. Also helpful if you're watching the replay. We have some Fallout 4, Far Harbor, and Nuka World coming up, as well as probably one more long stream for Lost Judgment, because we're probably heading toward the end of the game. Where are we at? We are at chapter 10. There's 13 chapters, I believe. For now, this has been Coin. You have been you. And I wish you good night.